Yo, what's going on? Restore the Snyderverse community. Oh, fucking Austin popped in right at Just so y'all know, we've been backstage fucking waiting on Austin for hella long. Austin fucking pops in right when he's supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
I saw 2 seconds on the countdown.
That man shit.
Right?
I'm hungry too.
Absolutely. What's up, Restore the Snyderverse community? Welcome to the Cool Table, episode 3, Crack the Code, featuring Fatal J and the one and only Mr. Wes Ashley of fucking Mr. Wes Ashley 843 and Go Deep TV.
Damn right.
Yo, how you guys feeling today? First of all, thanks for pulling up to the Cool Table. We are so excited to have y'all here, and I am really looking forward.
Hey, now thank you, Broker. Me and Pele, we were thinking about doing a stream.
Hell yeah.
We said, what better platform on the Skywalker show where we go in and just expose cats and expose agendas and all that type of stuff. It's about to go down. Man.
It's about to go down. Fatal J been hitting me up for a little while, and we was talking back and forth, and he was like, yo, man. So I'm thinking we're going to do it on his channel. He thinking we're going to do it on Go Deep. So then he was like, yo, let's just put it on Ski's channel. I said, oh, all right, word. Perfect thing.
It seemed like everybody was giving each other the runaround. Cause I was talking to Seal, and I said, well, Seal, let's do it on yours. Seal said, I thought I was doing it on yours.
Thank y'all for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I think that this is a much needed conversation. Right. So first, before we get to things, does the rest of the Cool Table have anything that they want to say to Fatal J or to Mr. West Ashley before we get things started?
I'm just happy you guys are here, man. It's gonna rule. I just want to hear it. I have questions as we go.
All right, word.
I ain't never met Austin. What up, Austin?
What up, Fatal J? What up, Mr. Wes Ashley?
What's going on?
Here
Austin?
live in the flesh.
Hell yeah. Word.
Sorry for making you guys wait. I had dinner a little late today. Had to, when you're making a recipe and you're like, shit, I forgot one ingredient.
Yeah.
Had to go get that shit, man. But we here now.
Right on time. You popped in right on time.
I literally what they say in the South.
I saw
you got the ingredient, got to put your foot in it.
Yeah, it's New York boy. Don't know nothing of that. But I just want to say thank you guys for coming through here and for letting your story be heard on this channel and on this platform. We need it. You know what I'm saying? There's too many fake BS out there and people reading into narratives, but not actually checking the facts of those narratives. And we're about to set it straight. So thank you guys for being here.
Oh, yeah, we about to get into all
That's what I got to say, right?
Here we go.
I want the audience to have an open mind.
Sitting in the chat.
Oh, we got Mike up in here.
That's what's up.
Mike, I just want to tell you this, Mike. Mikey, you owning the culture right now, bro. All these magazines and all these YouTube channels are quoting Mikey Sutton. So that should tell you right there the man got the heat.
Right.
They've been doing that too. They've been doing that. I get blocked from people all the time when I'm like, oh, it sounds like Mikey Sutton scoop from 6 months ago.
Now, I was going to say, the people need to keep an open mind. You know what I'm saying? Because these men here have been reputable. You feel me? Like they've never been on no bullshit.
Right.
And even the people that have become suddenly anti them were the same ones with pom-poms cheering them on. So
damn right.
Just keep an open mind. I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna always hear them out because you know what I'm saying. Peely, man, this man been dropping gems and jewels all over this fandom, and motherfuckers out there trying to act like this dude is suddenly like get miss me with the bullshit.
Right.
He has been an ace for this fandom for I don't know how long. Now all of a sudden, y'all anti-Peely, y'all weird.
Right. Leon, let me tell you something. I can vouch for what you're saying. This man right here was the first man ever in the fandom that said Sean O'Connor was a fraud. Now what everybody saying now?
That's right.
Everybody
he ain't saying, oh, he's bad, let's go against him. But he was telling y'all the truth. This man a fraud.
Right. Yep. That's why I want to Man, I saw recently everyone jumping on me on Twitter, but like you said, they was all my homies, dog. They was for years they was saying how cool I was, and now I say one thing that we all kind of been saying, and now they don't. They got some shit to say, but they my kids, man. Fuck it. You see my name, bro.
Yo, I was going to kind of touch on that at the beginning. I feel like with this platform, especially, we don't run away from conversations over here, right? Especially from people that have been known to be reputable. So, I think that, we try to promote free, independent thought over here. And so, hey, if that's how you get down, and this is the place for you, right? So, so I as well am just going to ask people to keep an open mind about these things, as this conversation goes on.
I break it down, bro. I mean, once I say this shit, and I've been holding it in, dog. I've been trying to tell people this shit throughout, like, go deep. I would just put something out. If you look at my
you've been holding back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was holding back because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
I noticed
that.
I noticed that. Like you don't go as hard as you can go because you don't want to destroy people's thoughts. It's almost like you're Morpheus, and Morpheus. What did Morpheus ask Neo? He gave him a choice. Right. He said, "Now, if you take this red pill,
ain't no going back.
It ain't no going back, and it's gonna mess you up. You can take this blue pill and believe the stories that they told you,
right?
But if you take this red pill, get ready to be messed up, And see, you give people a choice, bro.
Is that why you got the nickname Pilly?
No, red pill.
Yeah, red pilly.
Actually, no. Check this out. That's my real name. Pili is Swahili. It's an African name. Stands for second born. So I'm a second born kid. So Pili is my real name. Yeah.
But, when I think about Pili, I'm thinking about your mama might have named you after the cold soccer player too.
Yeah,
remember
Pele.
Oh, Pele.
Okay. But yeah, I'm Pili. He's P-A-L-E. But yeah, I see the chat.
Who knew that would fit in so well too with like that conversation? Hey man,
Pilly.
Taking the red pilly, dog.
But so look, let's get started off with this, right? I put a link in the description for the stream that Mr. West Ashley was on with the Savage Bat, right? Obviously there were some things that were being discussed on this panel that I feel like, Savage didn't kind of know where it was going, and so he kept trying to kind of like bring it back, but I wanted to build a whole show around what was kind of brought up on that stream, right? Because Mr. West Ashley, your comments have been taken very controversially, right? But I actually went back and I watched the stream in its entirety again. I just finished it this morning for the second time. And you've been getting a lot of pushback that I think is a bit unfair, because they've been taking some things that you said and kind of twisting them to kind of mean something else.
Definitely.
So you want to touch on that? Like,
yeah.
What happened on that stream, and what was kind of the fallout from that?
All right. So they twisted it. I said something about Fiona, right? But they twisted it how they try to make it like I said, everybody in this movement is fake. Now, I obviously know everybody ain't fake, but a lot of people, like say there's 6 of us right here, right? There's back in the day in the release.
I think we know who is fake. It's the one that's not camming up, right? I'm sorry.
But check this out. In the old movement, right? There might be six people like here, and they would have 10 or 20 different burner accounts, right? So it might look like it's 50 different people chanting for the same thing out, on the timeline. But it's really only like 5 or 10 people. They just using a bunch of burners. Now, I'm one of the guys that never did that, but I didn't really call him out until later on, like years later. But I didn't call him out in public, bro. I did it in the Watchmen chat. I was like, yo, this shit is ridiculous because, first of all, dog, we're too old to be fucking lying, bro. Like, just if you gotta say what you gotta say it. Let everybody know who you are. You know,
real.
like so. You know how I always shit on TPZ, right? But TPZ, they had beef with the Exiles, right? Through almost the whole movement, TPZ and Exiles was beefing, supposedly, right? But TPZ shows their face, right? Exiles do just as much dirt as TPZ do, except with burners. So you don't know as the Exiles doing it, right? But you think, oh, the Exiles, they're Ronaldo. They like to play the victims of, oh, TPZ is so full of shit. Look at them doing this and this and this. But no, y'all keeping the battle up, but y'all just doing it with burners. Y'all not showing y'all's face. You know what I mean? So Fiona only represents with the Exiles, right? So if we know we got all this weird shit going on about Fiona, how Fiona disappears for years, comes back on the right time, don't even remember the same people who she talked to. She didn't even remember me one of the times, you know? So
wow.
If you know this and you know her crew uses all these burners and shit, you gotta question that shit, bro. You gotta question it. Plus, they're like, oh, we can't, you know, nobody should talk about Fiona like that, bro. I don't know Fiona like that, bro. And let's just be real. If I bumped into Fatal J in the street, I know that's Fatal J because I sit there and I talk with this man every day. You know, if I bumped into Ronaldo, I wouldn't even know I bumped into Ronaldo. You see what I'm trying to say? But if you're supposedly a leader in this movement, why are you being so mysterious? Why you got people thinking that you done disappeared and you're working on your mental health when you're really in a chat room over there stirring up drama with TPZ? Why are you doing that, bro?
Pele, I'll tell you this too. Bernardo disappears like Fiona does too.
Right.
He disappears too.
Bro, why you think? You know why? Because we done talk. Why you think?
Bro,
why you think, bro?
I'm gonna say this real quick. As someone from that was looking on the outside in, it was real interesting to see how them two were so intertwined. And I don't know shit about their history like that. I only know what like what's been told to me historically between them, right? But it's so weird how like at one point people were accusing Ronaldo of using and taking over her account and this, that, and the third, and all this intertwining. It was always everybody used to say the first two people in the fandom, Fiona Ronaldo. Right. You always hear their names intertwined.
Right. But you only hear them. Only the Exiles say that, and the Exiles are like, I don't have no beef with the Exiles. Like some of them boys is cool with me, right? Because check this out. See, we're gonna go real deep, and I'm gonna tell y'all why all of this is going on, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh, I get it." But the reason I never said it because I never be on nobody's podcast that can ask me these questions. Fatal J's really the only one that knows, so he will be the one that will be able to ask me. But everybody else, y'all just ask me about dumb shit, so I just talk about dumb shit, you know. But if somebody really asks me, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, bro. I'm 40 years old, dog. I'm not gonna be sitting here like
Pele. I'm gonna put it like this. I was like Neo. You know when Neo would sleep on his computer and have them weird dreams,
right,
and then ask his questions. What is this? My life? Is this really what's going on? I will always ask myself, what is really going on with this fandom? Because, and no disrespect to nobody, our leadership in the fandom, if we have leaders besides Zach, our leaders are all faceless avatars.
Correct.
It's Fiona, Bernardo. Now we got what's the guy named Gerald? Right. Gerald Mercury.
Right.
These people we've never seen before.
Right. Correct. Because see, look.
I can understand that these cats had YouTube channels and we could see their faces, but we never see these people's faces.
Right. But then look at it, dog. Look at it even deeper. Like Vinaldo's like a doctor in sociology or some shit. I don't know what he is, but I know if we get political with him, he's gonna be on the socialist stage. Some like shit that say, yo, democracy don't work, or America ain't shit, or blah blah blah. So we're gonna go, but I'm saying he's still a cool dude. I wouldn't even call him a cool dude. He's done some shit to me, but I'm trying to say he never really disrespect me like that. Fiona
but not on cool people.
Yeah. He never really did nothing to me like that. But when you look at his tactics, you like, bro, you don't have to be fake like that. You don't have to be with all this fake ass shit like, oh, I'm so hurt, I'm gonna leave the movement because little old Abdul picked on me and I'm not gonna come back. But no, really, you're in another chat room right next to the Watchmen chat room trying to stir up the Watchmen to go fight TPZ. So
wow.
While the world thinks Vinaldo's hurting and shit, he's just rallying his troops to cause more war on the timeline. So, bro.
So, quick question, real quick, right?
Yeah.
Because again, I used to see this shit unfold on like Lightcast, because I remember Lightcast tried to get their ass on, and Vinaldo was like all in the chat, and people kept asking him, get on the platform, talk, at least get on and talk. You know what I mean? And he kept refusing, and I was going back and forth with him. I don't know if y'all saw that episode, but I was going back. I think you were on there, actually.
Yeah, I was. You was because I was defending him at the time.
Right, and I was going back and forth with Vinaldo because I was like, yo, even though like I didn't know you like that, Peely, I rock with you in the way you are as a person. Right. So I never came at you, but I came at Vinaldo in a sense because I was telling him like, yo, dude, you be on here stirring up bullshit when like everything could be calm and quiet, and all of a sudden he'll kick a beehive for no fucking reason. I used to tell him like, you can't be out here saying shit like F the executives and F these people. Like if everything's cool and calm, I ain't sticking up for no fucking executives. But if y'all know we trying to get some shit released and we on the cusp of it, why are you going so hard?
Stirring
calling
shit
people
up.
cunts and shit like that, like going all crazy and shit.
Or he said something about Gal Gadot was like because she's Jewish, right? And he's what, Palestinian or something like that. So they got beef. So then he said something about
something about her and Patty Jenkins at the time, and I was like, damn, bro, like that shit is counterproductive.
Right.
But watch this though, real fast. Watch this though. All these people that we talking about, they're overseas people too.
Right. Correct.
And y'all thought about that too?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
But no, look at it. Yeah, he called her a Zionist. But look at it, bro. That calling somebody a Zionist is political. That's a political hit. So there's a political undertone on this movement. And I'm gonna break this shit down. And like I told Sky, I was like, yo, this could be my last podcast because I'm gonna tell y'all boys, this shit's so clear that there ain't no way y'all can not understand it after this shit. All right. So America, when we were going through this movement, there was a big anti-America theme to it. Fuck Trump, fuck Americans. They're just blah, blah, blah. And it was all these boys in England saying it, all these, people in China or whatever the fuck, right? But look at this. So America, Sky, you've been in the military, you know this. America can't be touched from the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. The only way America can get burned down is if we burn down ourselves, bro. So how other countries like China do it, they buy shit like Hollywood and they teach propaganda through Hollywood. So now we hate ourselves. Oh, Batman, Superman can't be black. Superman can't be gay. Superman can't do this, blah, blah, blah. So now all we do is fight. And they do it on every stage, look at all the algorithms. The only algorithm that get views are fight videos, drama videos, racism videos, shit that's gonna make the populace fight each other, right? So China know they can't fuck with us military-wise, but they can get us to fight each other, right?
Pele, you not lying, bro, because look at the YouTube algorithm. Look at our own channels.
Right.
Our videos where we expose people, those are the videos they always get the views.
Right.
But the ones where we try to be like uplifting and just say a good review off a movie, those videos tank.
Right, it is. But look at even more. The Dark Knight trilogy told us all of this shit. Batman went over to China. He was initiated into the secret society. He didn't go along with them boys. He was like, fuck that shit. They came back. The League of Shadows came back to implement first the fear toxin in part 1. They infiltrated the mafia, the mob, everybody, and they got
the League of Assassins destroy governments.
Right,
that's what Ra's al Ghul said.
That's what they
was
were
about to
doing.
say. He said that for centuries. For centuries,
Right,
we
for centuries.
infiltrated governments and and restarted shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So they was coming back from the east. You know, Batman had to stop Ra's al Ghul. But look, Ra's al Ghul was Liam Neeson, who was a British banker who was just standing in place of the Chinese man, right? But check this out. If you really know what the New World Order is, now, if you watch any of my Go Deeps, they're all about the New World Order. The New World Order is this. America is 1 in our regular world order right now. America is 1, China is 2, Russia is 3. That's the regular world order. The New World Order wants America to be 3, Russia to be 2, and China to be 1. So that means America has to fall. The only way America has to fall is if we do it to ourselves, right? So Ra's al Ghul brought the fear toxin. Joker tried to get the people to fight each other on the boat. Then Bane actually caused the people to uprise against the rich, right? We were living through this shit, bro. This what nobody understands. These movies, they're telling you what you're actually living through.
Bro, peep this. I just made a post yesterday about Batflick when he was fighting Superman. Okay.
Right.
The way that he defeated Superman, he became the villain. Okay.
Right.
Remember when half his mask was gone off his face?
Right.
He turned into Two-Face. When he used the kryptonite and told him to breathe in, that's the fear toxin.
Right.
When he was breaking Superman across his knee, that was Bane.
Right.
So, like you said, they putting it all in there.
It's all in the movies. But look at the news on Zack Snyder shit. The news was always wrong. They had Fox News, they had CNN, always telling us, but they were just and Zack Snyder always showed like the people watching the newscast, and it was always wrong. But the people would get pissed. They would hate Superman one day. They would hate Batman. You know, they would do all this shit, but the people were hating. But it was really the corporations. It was LexCorp. Who was LexCorp working with? Overseas people, right? To do this.
Well, Pele, hold on, because you're going too deep for the average people. So what you saying is,
right?
These faceless avatars that are the leader of our movements are inciting drama within the movement to make us fight each other.
Even more. Let me. I'll show you. All right. So check this out. I'll break it down. Even Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was a foreign girl against makeshift Americans. Joker,
which one? The first one or the second one?
No, the real one. David Ayer shit.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Got you.
So
now.
Joker, white boy. Will Smith, black dude on child support. The regular old black dude. Me.
I ain't never thought about that.
Then you got the Mexican, the fire dude. Then you got they were just like makeshift melting pot of America who had
like
to
stereotypes.
Right. Okay. But just us, you know, just like our regular American people, our regular American melting pot. They had to come together to fight that girl who was changing, brainwashing, turning everybody into bubbleheads, but destroying America, right? They beat her on the New York Stock Exchange, and you can see the American flag falling, right? So what is it telling you? The real story of this shit is telling you Americans need to get together and fight the outsider influence that's destroying your country through brainwashing. So who stopped that? Who stopped that? China stopped that movie. China said, yo, we can't play this because
I got a question.
All right, say it.
And a statement. Because you're getting into something that I've always thought about Zack
And
Snyder's
I told you, go jump there and eat, man.
his whole entire blueprint and bare bones of the way Zack Snyder structured his movies, right? So, okay, I've been saving all these thoughts for this very type of panel, right? Me and Sky talk behind the scenes, and Sky's like, nah. Save it. All right, so listen. So, in my opinion, if you look at Zack Snyder's the three films, Man of Steel, BVS, ZSJL, right? And even you're throwing in Suicide Squad, the real version, right? If you look at all those movies, it's basically a bunch of desperate individuals from different walks of life who have their own thing going on. Like you were saying, in Suicide Squad, it's very apparent that it mirrors the American landscape.
Right, correct.
In Zack Snyder's Justice League, when you get to the peak of that, even in those characters, you have black dude, you have technology, you have rich white guy, you have I guess quote unquote Jewish dude, Flash, you have Gal Gadot, she has an accent, etc. We have Aquaman, who represents Polynesians, etc. You have all these different cultures and races and languages coming together, who some of them don't even fuck with each other. Historically, right? They came together to thwart an elitist cause, an elitist being Darkseid, someone who came through wanting anti-life. Right.
Lex Luthor was a.
What is the very thing that the NWO and the cabal, things of that nature want? They want anti-life. They want subjugation. They want slavery. They want everybody's mind to be under their control. To me, that whole entire thing was an allegory. Zack Snyder was leading to the allegory of that. We do not have to become one world in order to thwart the elitists. We just have to get along to protect our cultures, but we can do it together. Come together. Anyway, come together, fuck these elitist bastards up, right? And then go about our business and do it again. And I believe part of my conspiracy thought process was always that ZSJL was thwarted because of these messages, bro.
It was. Check this out. Yeah, you're exactly right. But we can go even deeper than that. And Marvel,
before you go deeper, I also want you to touch on how was that happening in the movement.
All right, I will.
Like where did that start in the beginning? Because I'm telling you, bro, when I first see you talk about this stuff,
detailing the Illuminati shit.
No,
but before me and Pele got cool, I thought Pele was a bully. But then I really started listening to him, and I said, dang, man, he making sense, and everything he's saying is coming to light. Like, I want to know, like, stuff like, what did Sean O'Connell and Grace really have to do with this movement? Because they did the Jarbo move. They act like they was our friends and all this stuff. And then when they thought it was over, they turned into the villain and made everybody start fighting each other.
Because look, I'm gonna tell you, and now Zach been getting this shit. This is why Zack Snyder always gets hell in every one of his movies. Not even just the Superman shit. He always makes it allegory of America's fight against the New World Order. Because even in 300, Xerxes got everybody around the world. The Chinese, the Indian, everybody came at a free democracy, right? And they say, yo, we're not going to bow to you. You know, we're not, whatever you do, you can be the whole world.
Free men, you know
what I'm saying? Not gonna stop free men. Fucking Rorschach said, do not bow. Do not bow. Ozymandias he got the whole world to stop fighting by blowing up and blaming it on.
And not to mess up your flow, but what is the common denominator of all those characters when it comes to the backlash from the media? If you pay attention to the media, they have named all of those characters he just named, every last one of them, except for Ozymandias. They named the 300, the white Spartans, quote unquote, right?
Right.
They named them as the villains in the media. You can Google that shit right now.
Oh yeah.
They say if you like Rorschach, you're evil, you're bad.
Keep this though.
And they also hold on.
I got you.
So they say that about Rorschach. They say that shit about the 300 guys. And what was the other thing you named?
Oh, I've just named it's just New World
Order. Those two.
But Leon, I wanted to add this real quick. I wanted to add this to what you got to say. It was another character like that in the Snyder Cut. At the very end of the movie, who was talking that don't bend the knee to the government? It was the Joker. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was what? How did he start that speech? We live in a society.
Right.
Yeah.
But yo, check this out. So, all right. Remember the warehouse scene? Batman was beating up all Chinese people. If you really look at it, they were all Asian people. Look at Joker, Heath Ledger Joker. He pointed at the Chinese guy. He said, I know somebody when I see
know
it.
the squealers when I see
him.
it.
Right.
Wow.
So the Chinese guy got all the money from the Italian mob, the Jewish mob, the all the mobs. He was in control of all of that shit. Joker said, yo, watch
even the Russian mob money.
Right, even the Russian mob. Now watch this. All of these movies are telling about America versus the New World Order. Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy was fighting the League of Assassins. The League of Shadows is the New World Order. They were coming from the East. They were coming from China. Now, if anybody knows this, China was just like farmland 60 years ago. They wasn't that rich, England went over to China and taught them capitalism. Capitalism turned China, because they're communists also, so they can have capitalism, which is dog eat dog, right? So you can have capitalism with control of the government. So now this is what they call super capitalism. So England taught China super capitalism because America left England's rule, right? So now England has to find someone to beat America. So they taught China a level higher than America. England's bankers are called the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds turned China into the second highest superpower on the planet.
They also started World War II. I just want to throw that in
there. Listen. So China now is trying to overtake America. China overtaking America is the New World Order, because the certain world order we're in right now is America number 1, China 2, Russia 3. So now listen to this. Who bought Hollywood, bruh, to implement all this brainwashing in America? China did. China owns most of Hollywood, but it's really Rothschild money. So then you see the red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. Who are they talking about? They're making allegories about the red coats are coming.
Wow.
Right? So, but this is Lex Corp talking about it. This is American Corporation talking about it. Who is Batman? Bruce Wayne is American Corporation. So the battle is in corporate America. It's not with superheroes. It's not on the street.
Let's slow down real quick.
No, let me finish. Corporate America is Warner Brothers and all these guys, who's teaching all of us to fight each other. When they put out all of this shit in our movement, blah, 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 we fight each other nonstop. So when they say, Disney is corporately taking over Warner Brothers. So now Zack Snyder gets kicked out because Zack Snyder's movies are too grown up. But no, Disney bought Marvel. So Marvel makes it where they don't put these themes in their movie of America versus NWO. Only Zack and Christopher Nolan was doing that, right? So now when they can bring in Joss Whedon, they take out all the America versus NWO themes and make it into kid porn bullshit, where China can put all their influence of LGBTQ, or they can sell toys. All the toys are made in China, blah, 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 blah. So now check this out. I'm going to bring it to our movement. Our queen that we can't speak on is Chinese, bro. Legendary Films is majority Chinese, right? So now when you tell the real, does China have the ability to make deep fakes on DC Con or whatever and look like Fiona, but it's some girl reading from a fucking whatever that shit was? You can tell she's reading a script, right?
She was reading.
So
she was reading.
She was definitely reading.
She was reading, bro.
I can't say that, bro. I can't say that. No, China don't want me to say that because I'm gonna say the truth. That's it.
and no disrespect to Fiona, an actress or whatever. No disrespect, because I gotta. We don't know the full truth, so we gotta go by. She started the movement, but I noticed when I watched the DC fandom, she was definitely reading. But let me go to something that you said that went over my head. Two things you said. When you said the red capes and BVS,
the red capes are coming.
That went over my head. And a lot of people say, well, Fatal J, how did that go over your head? Let's talk about Superman. He said red capes with a plural.
Right, but he's saying
and my mind my instant mind went to Paul Revere when he was running through the town talking about the red coats are coming, the red coats are coming.
Right, that's England.
So there had to be something deeper.
No, it is.
Superman.
Let me finish. It's way deeper. So check this out. In our real life, we're living this movie. Y'all need to understand what 5D movies is. It's not 1D, 2D. It's not 3D. It's not 4D that you can smell the movie. This is 5D. We're living this shit, bro. We're living this shit. So Trump goes to beef with China for stealing America's IPs, right? Trump in our lifetime, while we're in this movement, is beefing with China, right? But Trump, Elon Musk, and the Snyder Cut movement are the top 3 tweeters on Twitter, right? So
that's not trending right now.
Right, I come up with the idea. Yo, let's just tweet spam Trump. All he gonna say is, yo, what the fuck is the Snyder Cut movement? But by him saying what the fuck is the Snyder Cut movement, we were gonna blow the fuck up. So I had that idea. So then they were like, no, Pete, you can't talk to Trump. Zack Snyder won't let you talking to Trump. Fucking Dexter Washington called me. I never talked to this dude. Dexter Washington called me and was like, yo, Zach wouldn't want you to talk to Trump. Or I can't tell you what to do. This all TPZ telling me this shit, right? So now this is our lifetime. So now we go through this election that looked fraud. It looked fraudulent, right? But check this out. The election looked fraudulent because it looked like somebody stole the election because of COVID, right? But where did COVID come from, bruh? China virus, right? China fucked up our country during the Snyder Cut movement and replaced our president with the Bidens, who were already in bed with China in the first place, bro. Why you think they didn't want me to talk to Trump? Why you think they were wanting us to say DC United? Because that's a Biden shit, bro.
Us United.
Us
Yo,
United.
Yeah,
that's a Biden hashtag.
Yo, that's why.
The whole time.
Right? Hey, look. Just real quick, Billy, just for the audience, right? You know, this stuff is like, look, if it was just 1 or 2 of these things, right, you may not feel like, hey, you know, it's really something that could have credence to it. But when you really start to piece everything together, I mean, you know, that United thing definitely did happen. And it definitely was weird. So
right.
Go ahead and
it happened.
Real quick, though. That Us United hashtag was kind of strong too, bro.
Right, but it was Democrats.
It was because it was that Biden thing. Like Biden
was pushing it, right?
Biden had just pushed it out as US United, and then they started asking us to start tweeting out Us United.
So check this out.
You know,
if we couldn't talk to Trump and we were supposed to tweet out Us United at the same time as US United. Where Zack Snyder put out a thing where say only Wisconsins vote for Biden. Bro, did you bend the knee, Zack Snyder? You know, like Zack, you might be. I like your movies, but I don't have to follow Zack's political shit, bro. He's not my daddy, bro. I don't have to do what he says. So then I'm like, yo, no, bro. But y'all gotta understand, Hollywood kowtows to China all the time. China makes Hollywood change movies all the time, bro.
All the time.
All the time. So
it's not just Hollywood either.
Right.
If you watch the Eternals, I know everybody here don't really rock with Marvel, but the Eternals got a scene where a black dude kissed a Hispanic cat. China said, take that crap out or we're not going to support it. Correct. And they took it out.
But look, at the same time we're in the movement, getting 1 million views. the FBI is arresting Chinese spies in our colleges, or Swalwell, the Democratic senator, got caught with a Chinese spy, a girl he was sleeping with, right? All of this shit is really going down in our life, bro. This is the new world order in our real life. So the only reason I'm in this movement is because I spotted Zack Snyder talking about the new world order. So I'm like, oh shit, I like this guy. You know, I like this guy. I never was like a comic book fan or nothing like that, but I like any director who's going at the new world order. So I started liking Zack. But I made videos about Christopher Nolan's trilogy too. He just didn't have a movement at the time, but nobody jumped on it. But what I'm saying, all of the shit I've ever done was America and the New World Order fight. Zack Snyder's movies just happen to be in that shit. You know what I mean? So now we got Ronaldo, our leader, who's a socialist. He ain't rocking with our America shit. We got these England guys who calling America full of shit, Trump, blah, 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 blah. We got TPZ who don't want me to talk to Trump. All of this shit, right? But listen to what I'm saying, bro. All I was doing was standing up for America. It had nothing. All these people that came at my ass the other day, bro, this battle is way bigger than Truth, Love, Faith, and fucking all these people that was talking. I don't give a fuck about them. They need to get out of my way because I don't hate them, but dog, I don't have no issue with y'all boys. Y'all coming in my face, y'all gonna get fucked up because I'm not with it. This battle is bigger than y'all boys, you know? This battle is bigger than all of this shit. So in our movement, in our chat rooms, they the same dude I told you about the other day, I ain't even gonna say his name right now, Skywalker. Every time we would come up with some shit about America, he would come up with some shit about, oh yeah, but this is how I do, this is what China does, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, dog, they were brainwashing us to only China only has certain approved messages that they will allow Hollywood to say. Now, if the biggest movement in Hollywood was following like my order or following our lead, we wouldn't say none of the Chinese approved messages. So that's why they kept trying to get me out of there. They kept trying to get me out of the movement because I was teaching people too much shit. But it was China the whole time, bro. China owns Hollywood. So Zack Snyder was going through his hell.
Pele, they got to because every time, like you said, for instance, let's just say it be some LGBTQ stuff going on in a film.
Right.
America, when they send it to China, they always cut it. So to me, they're saying you're bending to knee to China.
Yeah, but no, check this out. No. Look, yo.
Okay, break it down to me.
Check this out. LGBTQ, all of that SJW shit is China pushing that on America to destabilize America because we grew up to not really like gay people or not really like, you know, all of that shit. All of that shit is going on. Is China causing a battle, causing us to fight each other?
Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you how I know you're right. I don't know if anybody familiar with ancient history, but they say that the fall of Rome, the reason why Rome fell is because morality was high. Betsy boy, LGBTQ type stuff was high, and they destroyed themselves from the inside.
Correct. But no, look at this, bro. All this shit start with Obama. Obama had the most money ever given to him by any president in any election. Who gave him that money? The Rothschild bankers. Obama was a puppet of the British bankers, right? Wow. Who is Obama's vice president? Biden. It's the same shit going on, right? So now Obama brought in the change with the gay LGBT shit, rah. But what did that do? All that do is cause a divide. You got the gay people on one side. They want to cancel whoever, Joe Rogan or Dave Chappelle or whoever, right?
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
But look, Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle are just speaking like Americans, right? So when the mainstream media cancel them, they only say, yo, you gotta talk like us now. You gotta talk like nerd queens. You gotta say. So nerd queens got projected to the top of our movement because they didn't speak like me. They speak the complete opposite of me. But what did that do? That caused us to fight amongst ourselves. So China just keep slipping the fear toxin in, bro. We fought each other because we kept getting the fear toxin of, oh, gays taking over, blah, 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 taking over, this, that, or other. China was doing this, bro, to our whole movement, to our whole country. We were just living in it, and we were just the biggest voice in our country. So they had to hit us too. So a few other. Is
that why nerd queens didn't like Fiona?
No. Nerd queens, they just was jealous. But when Fiona is China, bro. It's obvious. Fiona is China. It's obvious what that is. So Zack Snyder. But we gotta look at what was going on, bro. The Suicide Squad, China said we're not gonna play Suicide Squad because it got too much devilish shit in there. But it really didn't. The Suicide Squad point was America, regular people in America need to get together and stop the foreigners from destroying you and brainwashing the people.
So the Suicide Squad was the American people?
Correct. The Suicide Squad was the American people. Look at it. Watch that movie again. We're all a version of the Suicide Squad. And they did that. They did it in our movement, and they did it in the movies.
I'm going to say this real quick and fast for the people out there in the chat, and maybe people in the panel that's scratching their head right now. Remember Ray Fisher? He exposed Warner Brothers because I think Ray Fisher, that was his first time putting Walter Hamada on blast. And as soon as he put Walter Hamada on blast, a few hours or maybe a day later, they said that Jason Momoa was going to be in some kind of Christmas movie.
Frosty the Snowman.
Right.
Jason Momoa came back under that and said, these motherfuckers is lying. I've never even thought about being in this Frosty the Snowman movie. So that told me was Warner Brothers make up news story, and nobody ever just sat back and thought about this stuff.
Because Warner
Brothers, they control media, bro. So if they're controlling media, that means they can control us to make us angry.
They do, bro. So check this out. If
just
they would have made
small example right there.
If they would have made Superman black, what that would have did? Just look at it. We would have been arguing back and forth. Oh, Superman's not black.
Yep.
Or, oh, I like the black Superman. Superman's not black. I like black people. Superman's not black. I like. So what that really do? We can't move forward because we're always arguing about dumb shit. What do we do in the movement? We never move forward because we're always arguing about dumb shit. Yep. What did Finaldo do? Always start arguing about dumb shit.
Yep.
What did all of these people do? TPZ, Exile.
Austin, you wildin'. Hamada's Japanese.
But look, they are Asian. But look, what did all these people do and our leaders? We never really addressed the point of what Zack Snyder was talking about because we're always arguing about dumb shit. So Zack Snyder says, yo, wake the fuck up. Why we ain't woke, bitch? Because we're always arguing about dumb shit. We never got Zack Snyder's point.
You know,
I was the only one that was telling us Zack Snyder's points, bro. So they had to always shoot at me. That's it. It's simple.
And what you're saying, obviously, is speaking volumes of major truth, right? I remember there's this guy. What was her name, man? Freaking wannabe reporter chick, Lady something. If y'all remember the name, let me know. But Lady something, and I think
Lady Genevieve or some shit like
yes.
That. Yeah.
Me and her got into it briefly.
Don't forget about Ping Pong Fliss.
Oh my God.
Think about this.
So
think about this. Ping Pong Fliss is the hottest dude in the movement. If you want to go by YouTube.
He's Chinese, ain't it? He's Chinese, ain't he?
Thing about it is,
ain't he? He Chinese.
The thing about it, you're right. He does kind of toe that line of popularity, but to my point, it was something she was saying that she said she noticed in BVS. She was saying that BVS was an allegory for Bruce Wayne being a racist and him not wanting someone infiltrating the country and blah, blah, blah. He was trying to make she was trying to make Bruce Wayne seem like a race, and I was like, what are you talking about? And I basically came at her and I dissected what she said in a nice way. And what she did was she sent people after me in her chat. No, not her chat, but her tweet, right? And they were trying to call me like, you know, all these political fucking terms of racism, right? And I'm like, bitch, I'm black. The fuck you talking
bro,
about?
that chick is
What are you
mean.
talking
That lady Genevieve woman, she mean, bro.
She not only mean, but she's disingenuous and fucking weird. And I saw the agenda. It's always this like this political angle everybody tries to go in, but in a strange, odd way. There's always got to be like a somebody's racist, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know, if you look at the DC universe as it was structured as an allegory for America and true politics, then it makes sense. When you start to try to dilute it to this dumb, brainwashed
Justice League
identity bullshit, it becomes nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no one in the DC universe, if as a superhero, is battling with their skin color identity, if that makes sense. We got motherfuckers with technology flowing out of their fingers and superpowers coming out of their ass. They have bigger problems than like, who'd you vote for, guys? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like to make it this bottom of the barrel bullshit argument about whatever bullshit we got going on that divides us, people should have been paying attention to it in a sense of it's basically us, the little people, who can come together to become stronger, right, to defeat the NWO.
Leon, did you watch that stream? Leon, did you watch that stream what Uche did when Zack Snyder was on there? And the first,
the first thing he did was denounce what you call it, guys?
Yeah, but Pete, what Zack Snyder said? He said Snyder Cut represents people coming together. And when you were just saying what you were saying, it made me think about Zack Snyder thoughts. He said the Snyder Cut, the Justice League, represent us coming together.
With that, he was kind of doing two things, and Peely could probably touch on the other one. But the one thing, yeah, he was doing the come together thing, right? Which is cool because he was trying to make it to where like we're not divided. But he was also, you know, kind of touting that hashtag that was going around at the time. I don't know if you remember that hashtag.
Us United.
No, not that one.
I never watched
protect something or other. I'm not even going to mention it. It was like protect so-and-so. Not me too, but it was like hashtag protect a certain race. And it was like at the time, it was like, that wasn't a thing, bro. Like who like statistically speaking, they weren't under any sort of attack. What are y'all talking about?
Who? Say it, because I don't know. I don't know. Say it. I never watched.
I know what he's talking about, bro.
None of them.
It was protect the ASIAN.
There you go. Pretty much. Bro. Yeah, literally. Remember? He said it in that same stream, and I was like, what are we talking about here? Why are we talking
now
about
you
that?
understand how I feel now.
What are we even,
when were the Asians under attack? When were the Asians under attack?
Skywalker, every time I talk to P-Lane,
here's what happened. Here's what happened. I'm gonna say this.
Oh, and they were blaming them from COVID and all that.
Correct. They were trying to conflate the two things. No, right? They were trying to say that there was a rampant upheaval statistically of them being attacked because of COVID, and it was like I didn't see that anywhere I was from.
Skywalker.
Before you say that, how do you gather statistics that fucking fast about that sort of a thing? Right. How do you gather statistics about that kind of a crime? That's weird as shit to me, man.
Like Skywalker, real quick. The first time I just
blew your mind with that, right? I'm telling you, walking shit, and I don't say a word. I just chill.
Leon, the first time I talked to P-Lay, and P-Lay went deep, I had that same look on my face.
You're looking at it, and you're like, man, he's really trying to unite us, and blah, blah, blah. That's cool. He doesn't want hatred. And then it's like, at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but he's also talking about this bullshit that ain't got nothing to do.
Right. No, I'm going to trip y'all even harder. I trip y'all even harder. Why the fuck are we even watching the Snyder Cut on HBO Max? Because streaming came out, right? What is streaming? Data, right? What is data? Wow. Who's leading in the world of data? China is leading in the world of data. But
why do you think that TikTok and all that?
Right, exactly.
That is such straight access to everything you do from China.
Correct.
I don't put it on my phone. I'm like,
but
no way.
Necron, peep this. Necron, peep this real quick, and then I'm done because I want to listen. They said that the Snyder Cut did Marvel in-game numbers. It beat
did.
Marvel in-game.
No, it shattered it. It shattered in-game.
But look, we shattered it just on Twitter data money alone. Data is so expensive because data is the number one commodity on the planet. With data, and this is in the Snyder Cut, this is also in Marvel. All right.
This comment is true, bro. They were blaming that shit on black people.
Yeah, they were. That's what they were showing.
Yo, man, this is crazy, bro.
Well, check this out. But look at also the virus that locked us down come from China, dog. We can't lie and say it didn't. So, but
you can't say that.
Right, but then when it came, what shot up through the roof? Amazon went through the roof.
Wow.
Tesla shit went through the roof. That's data. Tesla is using data to teach his AI, right? His AI or the self-driving cars, and now the self-driving semi-trucks coming. Listen. I'm gonna blow your mind. Check this out. Mm-hmm. So when Tony Stark's was making what's that? He had a robot. He had AI, right? He had
Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis.
Yeah, Ultron and all that.
Ultron, right? But check this out.
Ultron, yeah.
Check this out. Tony Stark's they made Ultron. Ultron is AI. This is the biggest battle right now we're going through. So this black box also in Zack Snyder shit, the mother box made Cyborg AI, right? AI is taught by data. Marvel and DC are telling the same exact story. So AI, the problem with AI is they can't control it to the point where it talks to the dark side, bro. The dark fucking side, not dark SEID, SIDE in our real life, bro.
Let me tell you something you just missed though.
What
happened in the Snyder Cut? Remember when Cyborg went into the metaverse? And he was spying on everybody?
Right. That's true.
He was spying on people's data, bro.
Right, but hold up.
Nah, but Peely just said something that was incredible.
Hold up,
I want him to go back to it, please. I don't think people understands what he just said.
Hold on.
You remember that video I sent you, Peely?
Bro.
You're touching on what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But check this out. Check this out. How did Batman in Dark Knight trilogy, how did Batman find Joker? With a triangulation of cell phones, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Data. Oh, check this out. Listen, y'all gotta know this shit. Synalytics, a company called Synalytics, is the AI that Warner Brothers is using to read all of our data and figure out what movies we want to watch. That's what they were using, Synalytics. But check this out. Synalytics was sold to China through Biden to track the Uyghurs through a cell phone triangulation device. I swear to God, bro.
Hold on, man.
The same shit, the same AI we're using.
I have to say this.
All right, go ahead, say it.
Have you guys seen that video where Joe Rogan is reading the terms of service from TikTok?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You got access to stuff you're not even using with TikTok, bro.
No, this is
your
crazy.
Computer.
Right. So check this out. But if our movement was to say this shit years ago, we would, you know what I mean? The whole world would know it because we were that big, right? But if we constantly talking about dumb shit like, oh, Superman can't be black, or Batboy or Robin can't be gay. If we always talking about dumb shit, we're never telling the world the real shit, bro. So now if we have a bunch of podcasts like this and the biggest movement on the planet talking real shit, we would change the world, right? So if you ask what were they doing in our movement, they were always preventing us from talking real shit. That's it. All of these people that you saw me arguing with in the Watchmen chat, all these people that you see me kick out of the Watchmen chat all the time, are just people that's making sure we don't talk real shit. Always interfering us with dumb shit. Always, 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 always. So Lex, every day, remember Lex in our Watchmen chat, I used to curse him out every day because every day we woke up, he had a dumbass argument about some political shit that we should vote for Biden or this, that, or other, and blah, blah, blah. But who really wants us to talk about this shit? Who really wants America to be watching drama videos, watching fight videos, watching freak on OnlyFans, watching fucking, you know, all this dumb shit? China wants us to watch this. That's why they own TikTok.
Yep.
They don't want us to be smart. They don't want us to be the Justice League. They don't want us to be Suicide Squad. They don't want us together because if we're together, they can't overtake America as number one. If America's people are together, we won't ever lose. You can't beat our military. Our people are armed. You can't beat us. The only way you beat us is if you give us algorithms to make us dumb. That's it. That's it. It's simple as that.
Everything you saying is true. I just looked up just OnlyFans, and guess who owns it, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who owns it?
China,
London, London, United Kingdom.
Oh, wow. China again.
TikTok in China too. All they have is like engineering videos and shit, right. Like smart.
Oh,
shit.
it's a completely different.
Yeah, they won't let them watch that shit over there.
Exactly.
They won't let them because they need their people to be
They
smart.
Control them to make them smarter.
Exactly.
They even have on their TikTok, they have this thing where they'll time them out. Like, oh, you've been watching too many fucking cat videos. It's time to go study or some shit.
Right.
Like literally.
Bro, it's just like Pele said, they killing us from the inside, bro.
They wouldn't let the Chinese people watch no gay shit. They wouldn't care about switching their leaders into some black guy or do none of that shit, bro. They started Black Lives Matter, all of this shit that destroyed America. China did it with the funding of the English. And it's so simple. The red capes are coming, bro. It's so simple. We just don't know it. And it's, you know, if our movement would have listened to me, and I ain't trying to say I'm the man or I'm the leader of the movement, but I'm trying to show y'all boys to be smart. Stop fighting. Stop arguing over dumb shit. We got so much more important shit that we could be giving out to the people, but we're sitting here every day arguing about dumb shit. We're fucking listening to nerd queens trying to make us fucking do seances in the desert with dead cats and shit, bro. Hell no, bro. You know what I mean? Hell no, bro. We're not letting. I don't want to talk to no people like that, bro. I only want to talk to people that's gonna elevate me, so I can elevate my kids and in turn elevate my country, in turn elevate my community. They don't want us to do that, so it was always China. So when I didn't even go at Fiona. I said it with all due respect, bro. Fiona be having some weird shit going on, bro. And it's simple. I can say that because I'm a friend of everybody's and everybody know, yo, listen, I'm not going to try to hurt none of y'all in the movement because I'm y'all's homeboy. I'm always going to try to help y'all. But yeah, when we're allowed to say our perspective, because I done put in enough good work where I'm allowed to say, yo, some of that Fiona shit is a little weird, bro. But if you can't even talk about it, that's China, bro.
But this is the thing, bro. This the thing about it, though. You're a true speaker because I guarantee you, it's some other people that don't thought about this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people with YouTube channels who really wanted, honestly, to have Fiona on their channel and just interview her and see where her mind frame was about the movement. But didn't nobody get that interview ever.
Right. Why? I'm on all y'all boys shit. If y'all call me, I'm there. Why she can't be there? Why wasn't she there?
And one thing that I found problematic coming out of that interview, right, is that I saw a bunch of Fiona is not a bot kind of chatter after that. And I didn't even feel like you said that, right?
No, I didn't say that.
I mean, I don't just feel like you didn't say that. You didn't say that, right?
I didn't say that.
And so there seemed to be a lot of like pushback and, people not even wanting there to be a conversation. And whenever we can't have a conversation about something as a fandom, especially with somebody that's been there for all this time, I feel like, that's very problematic for me. And so as soon as I saw that, that's when I reached out and I'm like, look, I want to actually talk about this and kind of build a whole thing around it because, I just, whenever I start seeing that kind of stuff, especially with somebody that has been there, that's just kind of problematic. So
check this out. We've been talking about there's a Watchman chat and there's another offshoot Watchman chat. There's like a few of us in there, but not anymore. I mean, the Watchman chat that we're in right now is the only Watchman chat. But back in the day, there was a Watchman chat with like 30 or 40 people in there. And there was another small chat called Task Force X, which was Watchmen also, but only a few of us. But check this out. All of them in Task Force X always been talking about this. We always knew something was up with, because one time Vinaldo was in our chat and Fiona was in our chat, but it was Fiona's page, but Vinaldo talking like he didn't remember to get off of Fiona's page. We all know that. So why when I say it, they all jump on my ass? They all knew that shit too.
Peely,
they all knew that shit.
I never knew where that came from because everybody was like, "Man, Vinaldo, you using her account and clowning the shit out of him."
Yo, TPZ said
he had to his page.
Right, dog. But look,
Prelay, you can't just go by that like that. Give us an example of what happened. Like how he was talking as himself. But it was on Fiona's.
He pulled a
avatar.
Kevin Durant. Yep, he pulled a Kevin Durant. He put it out there. Yeah, I can't win with these cats.
But check this out. Even more, dog. It's more than that. They all knew this shit already, bro. When I said that shit on Savage, I didn't say nothing that we didn't already know. You know what I'm trying to say? TPZ already knew it. The Watchmen already knew it. The only people that's hiding this shit is the Exiles. Bruh, we're old, bruh. I'm 40. Why I gotta sit around and play with little toys and lie for y'all all day? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care about this shit that much that I gotta make up stories so y'all can go have fucking Twitter clout. That is not my point in this movement, bruh.
Yes,
you know what I'm trying to say? So it's not like I hate them boys. I don't hate them boys, but y'all acting like little kids. Y'all acting retarded, bruh. Y'all using burners and all this fake ass Fiona shit. Yo,
I have a question. So you got a lot of pushback over your Fiona comments, and you're telling me that people knew that there was a confirmed usage of somebody else using Fiona's account, and people knew of this.
Wow.
And they
knew. But look, they can push back on me because they like, damn, Peely, you're out in our secret. Bro, we've been doing this lying shit for years, bro. I've been holding, listen. 159 blew up, Go Deep episode 159 blew up the podcast, right? Blew up the whole movement. Check this out. TPZ was going at Vinaldo to get in his account, to get the account, to release the Snyder Cut account. I stopped them boys from going at Vinaldo. So now, not saying I'm friends of Exiles and I hate TPZ. I was still in TPZ at the time. I just didn't like what they was doing. But we're allowed to check our homeboys and say, yo, that ain't cool, bro. You know, that don't mean I hate y'all. That don't mean we got to fight.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, yo, that's not cool. Right.
That's how real homies get down.
Right.
Skywalker, blow up Zod real quick if you can.
Vinaldo is openly running Twitter account for Fiona.
That's cold, bro.
So Zod knew it. Zod is a Watchman. He knew it.
That's cold.
I'm just the one that said it, bro. But look, why you lying, Vinaldo? Why you lying, bro? Just be Vinaldo.
Why you always lying?
Just be Vinaldo.
Oh my God.
So if we're grown-ups, bro. We're grown-ups. Just say what you gotta say as you. Stand on it. But they're lying because it's deeper, man. It's more than this shit. All these people, I don't even believe TPZ and Exiles was really fighting. I think that was made up. I think that was made up to get us engaged on Twitter, because when I went and did Go Deep episode 159 is when I put that story out about what happened between TPZ and Finaldo. And then everybody jumped on it. It was a big blah, blah, blah. Big shit, right? But they still had people in our chat that was in TPZ's room that was still talking with TPZ. There were still exiles and TPZ members doing projects together. Remember that Zack Snyder had a little mother box video, and it had like Batman on one side, and then it turned and it had Wonder Woman on one side, and then we were all supposed to say, yo, what does that mean? You know, like, who is that? Wonder Woman was supposed to be like, you know, something, whatever. But that project was held by TPZ and Exiles together behind the scenes. In front of the scenes, they're fighting. Bro, why are you lying like that, bro? You got all these people thinking there's a fight. But so when Jody said some shit about Zack Snyder, Rolling Stone article said some shit about Zack Snyder was leveraging his fan base to go at Warner Brothers. He was.
You remember I bought you that video because I said Jody is actually making sense.
He's making sense. Zack Snyder would give TPZ and Exiles scoops, right? Exiles and TPZ would come to the Watchmen to blow these scoops up. The Watchmen blow the scoops up and put them on Twitter, and all of y'all would get them, right? But they came from Zack Snyder to TPZ and Exiles, right? So y'all, TPZ and Exiles was just the mouthpiece of Zack, right? So now Fiona was gone, disappeared from the movement. Everybody was on TPZ's case for what they were doing for Finaldo, against Finaldo. Finaldo came to the Watchmen and was like, yo, the Watchmen, Ben W. jumped on Finaldo like, yo, bro, why don't you just tell Zack the truth? You talk to Zack, you know, just tell Zack the truth. Oh, yeah, I will. When Fiona get back, y'all boys just hold it down for me. So that's when the Watchmen jumped off a cliff to fight for the Exiles. So the Watchmen started busting everybody's ass for the Exiles, waiting for Fiona to come back and tell Zack the truth, right? Because TPZ was putting out all of their pictures with Zack. So we was fighting for the Exiles, waiting for Fiona to come back. Fiona came back, didn't tell Zack shit, bro. Just went on a fucking podcast with Zack, like DC Fandom or some bullshit. And Finaldo stole my idea of Roundtable and made it into, released the Snyder Cut account Roundtable. Bro, if y'all remember in the movement, before me, there was nobody doing podcasts like this. It was Dave the Film Junkie by itself. It was Chris Rung by itself. It was Film God by itself. I'm the one that brought everybody to start doing podcasts like this. So then they took my ideas. They started taking all my shit while I just spent months fighting for them. So that's why I'm like, yo, these Exile niggas, there's something up with these dudes. So then we're like, yo, Fiona, are you going to tell Zack or what? You know, like, what's going on? Never. Not one time.
Real quick, though. Double MJ. I don't know if you came to the chat or what, but you got two people. You got one person on this panel, one person in the chat that gave you proof that Finaldo was using Fiona's account. So
yeah, no one's arguing that she doesn't exist. They're just arguing that he must be late to the chat. That
he got to be late to the chat.
That a lot of the time that you may not have been even in contact or in communication with Fiona.
Right. A lot of the time she wasn't. A lot of the time she wasn't. She might be. She might exist. She might be real. She might be.
Because where she's at anyway, legally speaking, they're not even allowed to be on social media like that sometimes. So
right.
Yep.
No.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Bro, I don't doubt she's real. I never said she wasn't real, but I know somebody's using her account. I know who it is.
And I will add this too, and no disrespect to Fiona because she started it, but I'm just noticed I'm looking at things differently because every time I see her, I don't see two videos of Fiona. And when I saw those two videos, guess what she was doing? She was reading a script. She was reading a script. Why do you need to read a script for? Or why do you need to read?
And I think she looked different in some of those videos. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, and I was gonna say this. You know, if we are kind of tracing things back, one thing that I've heard a lot is that there was a lot of bullying and maneuvering to try to get control of certain accounts, right?
Yeah,
So I think that what is being stated here is that, you know, there might have been some way that these accounts were accessed by other people. Not just saying that, hey, it might have happened, because apparently it did happen.
No,
right?
it did. But check this out. Ronaldo was in the doghouse, bro. People wasn't liking Ronaldo at the time. So if he wanted to put out his message, he needed another powerful voice to do it. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't say it under Ronaldo's account. He had to say it under Fiona's account. So it is what it is.
This is what got my gears ticking. How did he get her account? Or is this the same person the whole time?
Bruh.
That's the cold thing to really think about.
Listen. When you have PR, public relations, it's your job. You know, it's your job. That's your job. You're at work, bro. You're at work doing this. So whatever tools they had to use at work, they were using them shit. This is your job, bro.
Pele, you got to be right, because think about it. We all got Twitter accounts.
Right.
We're not going to give our password to the freaker we met in the movement.
Right.
So either you guys live under the same roof or the same workplace or what? That's all I'm saying.
The same workplace. So
that's all I'm saying.
Zack Snyder's PR in this movement, public relations, is TPZ and Exiles. They go and they manipulate us into doing their work because public relations is free. If you were paying us, it would be called promoting and marketing for a job. If we do public relations, it's free, right? So how do you get somebody to work for you for free? You have to trick them and manipulate them into doing it. That's what we always doing. We were doing Warner Brothers PR work for free. That's it.
Wow.
That's it. And they tricked us and manipulated. How do they do that? I have to send you gifts. I'm going to send you a little hat that says release the Snyder Cut on that shit. So you'll think I'm a cool guy and work for me. You're going to do what I want you to do.
Grace Randolph got exposed maybe a few months ago. And so I looked up on Wikipedia to see, just to get some background on Grace Randolph. And she worked for some company called PMC Headquarters or something along those lines. So what I did, I backtracked. I looked up PMC Headquarters. PMC Headquarters is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers.
Right. Who does Zack Snyder work for, bro? Warner Brothers. If the Snyder Cut and the Snyderverse be restored, who is making that money? Warner Brothers. You don't think Warner Brothers has ties in China and want to get their movies shown in China? Yes, they do. They have to. So how would they do it?
They have to.
You have to have a Chinese point person on the biggest Warner Brothers PR movement in the world. Period. That's it. It don't really get no deeper than that. We had a Chinese PR point person on Warner Brothers manufactured public relations movement. Simple. And I could never go on a fucking podcast again because I told y'all it all right there. All of these people is Warner Brothers, bro. It is. And they needed access to China, just like Marvel does when they make all these Chinese actors and they put whatever Chinese message they want. Marvel gets access to China, right? So how did Warner Brothers do it? With data money, we surpass Marvel, but we have a Chinese leader.
Watch this. I'm supposed to blow y'all minds, okay? Marvel is in the what? Phase 4, phase 5, right. Phase 3, whatever. Okay. Remember Stan Lee died. Remember Stan Lee was showing up in all these Marvel movies, okay? Who's showing up in all these Marvel movies now like Stan Lee? Do anybody know?
I don't watch some shit.
Wong from Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they got
the Chinese sidekick man.
Right.
I just blew Skywalker mind. Look at
no, but
Yeah.
look.
I didn't snap. That's wow.
Look at Star Wars Rogue One. They needed Chinese money, so who did they do? They put what's his name? The little monk, the Chinese monk, was the biggest actor in China.
Yeah, his name is
Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen.
They put him in there only to get Chinese money, bro. So if we're in our lifetime, bro, the biggest Hollywood studios are kowtowing to China, bro. In our lifetime, right now, now.
Neo, that's her company, Penske or something along those lines. They owned by Warner Brothers. And her YouTube channel is owned. Grace Randolph YouTube channel is owned by Penske, and Penske is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that explains why Zach went on with her to do interviews. Because why the hell would you pick her of all people?
Correct, bro. Correct.
Zara said they got a Chinese cut and a Snyder cut. See, I didn't even know that.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you follow how they operate culturally within their entertainment, they will never let a movie touch their cinemas without it being heavily edited and manufactured to please whatever they want to please. Correct. And sometimes it's propaganda. So yeah,
100% propaganda.
Definitely.
Chad, Wong is actually showing up in the new She-Hulk that's coming out. Mm-hmm. Wong is in every Marvel movie now. The Chinese man.
Got to.
He pop up in all the movies, bro.
So check this out. If P-Lee didn't exist, if Fatal J didn't exist, because me and Fatal J be talking about shit like this all the time. But if me and you didn't exist, this would not be in our movement. None of y'all would have a podcast about these subjects right now, right? Forever, bro. So we've been here for years, bro, and we haven't hit the truth yet, bro, until today. Why? Because we had to, dog. We had to. There was no more pussyfooting around. These people coming at me now because I told the truth. All of them knew Ronaldo was using Fiona's account. All of them knew that. But when I say it now, that Peely, what is this shit you're saying about Fiona? Peely, hey, this motherfucker, this chick said, you're just building something new onto the
Oh yeah, that chick.
What, bro? What?
I forgot her name, but she fake as shit. Every time I see her, she's easily triggered on some like Zach worshiping Zach crack type of shit. Like you can't even like another movie. You know what I'm saying? Without her acting all weird and shit. Like I remember a while ago.
You got 44 people in the chat. Smash that like.
I was talking about how Aquaman movie. I was like, Aquaman pretty dope. Blah blah blah. It's okay. It's a nice little B- B+ movie. It is what it is. It's not supposed to win Oscars. It's not supposed to, it's supposed to be popcorn shoveling in your mouth type of shit, right?
Right.
And she was like, oh, but it's not Zach's this, having a hissy fit, and then she like unfollowed me. I was like,
right. That's what it is, bro. And then she said something to me like you're building something new on the grave of what, bro? Are you talking about?
Chill out.
It's Zach crack.
And then
I'm gonna spin the Zack Snyder movie line in order to illustrate what you're doing bad. Like, shut up.
But then,
you ain't never thought about this. I've been hanging on to this until a chat like this. Remember when you came out with the Zach crack?
Right.
And remember the whole movement just went crazy. Sean O'Connor even was talking about you. Well, who did they send to you? They didn't send nobody white. Nope. They sent a black woman your way.
That girl, yeah. What's her name again, though? Damn, I can't remember.
What was her name? Juanita.
Juanita, right. Yeah, she came. Crazy, bro. Right, she came to me. But
yeah.
So Kojay told me a few days before that she was coming. He was like, yo, Juanita wants to talk to you about something. And I was like, yo, what? And about your Zach Crack hoodies or something like that. Or something about Sean O'Connell and shit. Bro, I never talked to Juanita before in my life. I never knew who Juanita Davis was in my life. At that moment, I was gone out of the movement, bro. I was selling hoodies and I was happy. I never knew nothing about Juanita. So I said, Kojay, what do you hear, bro? And he told me some shit he hear. I was like, Kojay. I got mad at Kojay. I was like, Kojay, Why the fuck didn't you stand up for me in that room with them? You know, why do they think that, like, Koj, how cool are you with them so they can talk shit about me? Koj, you supposed to be a watchman. Why didn't you stand up for me then? So I said, Koj, man, I don't want to talk to you or what fucking Juanita. And I kind of flipped on them boys because the thing is, man, like, those be like blue check people, you know? Those be like Hollywood people. These are like mainstream media trying to fight me over something like making hoodies when everybody in the movement had merchandise, bro. It's not that. You just was trying to kill me because I was telling the movement truth. Every time I tell the movement truth, right? Every time I tell the movement truth, they would come and try to switch my shit up. Yo, Peely, let me get on your podcast and talk about some dumb shit. I stopped interviewing people because that. I was like, no, man, we got to tell the truth, bro.
When did I start getting the most pushback? It was after I had you on my channel. That's real talk.
Correct.
Like,
correct.
That's 100% facts. Everything
was cool,
right? And then I had put you on, and then everything kind of started getting crazy after that.
Bro, I used to be streaming with Chris Raw. I used to stream with what's the little short man name? The short guy. What's his name? Film Junkie. I used to stream with him.
Hey, just keep naming more. I'm gonna keep saying corny motherfucker every time.
But as soon as I defended Pele during that Zach Crack stuff, that's when everybody turned their back, started following me, all that type of stuff. Because this man speak the truth.
Right. My day one on Twitter, Screen Rant told all of their followers to block me, mass block me. I don't know why they did that, bro. Wow. Because I was telling the truth, bro. That's it. I know why, but they don't want to say it. So I never got a Zack Snyder interview because they know I'm gonna ask Zack some real shit. I ain't gonna be like, hey Zack, how did you think about the black suit? You know, I ain't gonna say no dumb shit like that. We're gonna talk about, yo, Zack, what are you talking about in your movies, bro? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
But Zack, they couldn't do it, so they put, Geo on me. And they was like, Geo tried to come and act like he helping me and shit, but all he did is try to dumb me down, try to keep me from talking that real shit. So I stopped fucking with him too, and I just kept on going. Bro, I'm not gonna change my message ever. I'm not gonna sell out ever. I'm not gonna stop ever. Nobody can pay me enough money to do this because this is bigger than me. This is our whole country, bro. We're dealing with our whole country at
war. And the dope thing about it,
bro,
on V-Roll, Zack Snyder always be liking your stuff, bro.
Yeah, Zack Snyder because Zack Snyder know what time it is. Because I know what Zack knows. I know what Zack talking about. So when I put out, he'll like my shit, but he ain't coming to be like, yo, Peely, I can't say that shit because them boys will fuck me up. And I understand that, though. I don't have no beef with that shit, I don't have no beef, but Zack knows I know what he's talking about. And I'm the only one in the movement that was saying this shit, bro. There's only one dude in this movement that ever went deep from the AT&T shit. I was the only one to talk about that. Now we're talking about Zaslav and shit, about the executives. I was the only one talking about executives. I was the only one talking about the NWO. I was the only one talking about SJWs in America in our movement. Now this shit is mainstream. Now this shit is on Joe Rogan and all this bullshit. Bro, I've been talking about this shit for years. Like you said, Fatal, when I interviewed Professor Griff in 2012. You said that was in your barbershop in Houston, Texas, right? Yep. This is the same message we've been talking about. I didn't never switch. Whether I'm talking to Griff, whether I'm talking to Zack, whether I'm talking to you, I'm still talking the same shit because I'm on this earth. I think I'm only on this earth I always say I'm Batman or whatever. Batman stood up against the League of Shadows no matter what. And he won. That's all I'm gonna do. And y'all can't pay me enough. You can't give me enough Zack Crack. You can't make hoodies with me. You can't put Zack on my show. Nothing's gonna stop that, bro. And they know that, so they just were doing shit to kick me out of this bitch, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, man. This movement was dope, man, until it got to a point with them damn Zack interviews, bro. And then you start seeing people get real cutthroat towards each other. And then I was looking at grown people. Remember when the invites came to watch the movie early? Remember them invites? Bro, you saw grown people acting like children, like nanny boo boo. I got this, and you know,
right.
You know,
and then
that
I
was
didn't even want to put it out like that because some dude from Warner Brothers gave me the invite to watch the movie early because he was like, "Yo, I seen what you've been doing, and you deserve this shit." So I was like, "All right, cool." And Vinaldo gave me one too, but I gave that to the one Vinaldo gave me. I gave it to Nasco. Shouts out to Nasco because I gotta say this. Nasco is my dog. Nasco, my real friend. I haven't
heard that name in forever.
Nasco's my real friend. Check this out. The other day, when all them boys was coming at me, Nasco hit me up in the chat in my private DM. Nasco was like, "Yo, it looked like they trying to twist your words, bro. But I wish they just would have came to you personally instead of hitting you like this." So I just wanted to give a shout out to Nasco because Nasco know I'm a cool dude. You know, no matter what he thought I said or whatever, he knew I deserved the respect to say, "Yo, Peely is a cool dude. He ain't shitting on nobody." You know, so I wanted to give a shout out to him. But when they gave me them shit, they gave me 2 early invites to see that shit. And I gave one to Nasco because me and Nasco was making hoodies together. Nasco was my the dude drawing the hoodies was Nasco. So when they shit on my hoodies, they shed on Nasco too because Nasco, I was paying him. You know, we were giving him money. You know, so he was feeding his kids, I was feeding my kids. They shit on us, so I always wanted to give Nasco a shout out. You know, my
bro,
bad.
I hate I never did get a Zen crack because them hoodies, bro, those hoodies was trending, bro.
Yeah, they did some numbers, dog. They did some numbers.
Inside the movement, Zach Crack is still like a motto. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like akin to betas, man. Where it strikes a chord with motherfuckers. Like when you hear beta, it makes people nervous and fall back and cry. When you hear Zach Crack, they get all weird. It's like if you're not taking Zach Crack and you're not a beta, what you tripping about?
Pele, I want you to speak on this. Man, I can't believe this time going by fast because that time right there say an hour and a half. But I want you to speak on that Ezra Miller with that cult thing with that guy. Is that guy in the movement?
He was Nova. His name Casanova.
Okay, speak on it, man.
Casanova was in the movement under the moniker of Nova Franklin, and he was friends with Smarmy from TPZ, Smarmy Pants. And then one day, Smarmy was going through some shit, and he disappeared from the movement, and you know, he left and came back, and that's when he introduced me to Nova. So I started dissing Nova because I thought me and Smarmy was cool.
Quick question.
Nova, you
talking about the one that's got that like he always got a shaved like lineup picture in black and white or whatever?
I think he had dreads and he was on a motorcycle. He blocked me years ago.
I'm trying to find the picture now.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about because he the one that he remind me of this one guy. He always a smart ass and he's always a know-it-all type of dude.
And he got arrested with Ezra Miller the other day, and the police said cult-like activities.
I know you're talking about though. I've seen him around talking shit here and there.
Right,
he dips in and out.
I remember that name Casanova though.
Right,
I remember that.
Check this out. What is a cult? Let's name the 5 characteristics of a cult. You got a charismatic leader. Charismatic leader. You got you can't question the leader. You can't question authority. You have thought reform. Did we have thought reform? Yes, we did. With all the what's the name? Joseph Campbell shit? That's thought reform. And you know when. You know, the shirt, Zack Snyder's shirt was really a Kabbalah tree of life. That's thought reform.
Bro, that shirt was crazy, bro.
Right, it really is. So
I still got it.
I still got it too. But you know, you got charismatic leader, people who question authority are shunned, thought reform, and there's one more that I can't remember. But all that shit, definitely there's a cult inside of this. And we talked about it a little bit when we were talking about people pushing people to like commit suicide and shit like that. That shit goes on in this movement also. So when Nova got arrested with Ezra Miller and the police said cult-like activities, it just confirmed what the fuck we said, because one day when I came back into the movement, I came into the Watchman chat, and Fatal J was talking about it. Was like, yo, bro, we just sit here all day 24/7 and talk about Zach. It's like a cult. And I agreed with him. And then next thing you know, all of these fucking people start getting mad. Oh, this ain't no cult. And they left the fucking what? This ain't no cult. You can't prove that. Blah, blah, blah. But now Ezra Miller getting caught with Casanova, who was in the fucking movement, and the police said cult-like activities. Bruh, it proves what we've been talking about, Fatal J, but they don't nobody want to say it. But look at this. Yeah. That just like you can't question authority or you get shunned. Just like when I questioned Fiona, they tried to come for me. Am I not allowed to say, yo, that some of the Fiona shit look weird? You know, am I not allowed to say
with
that?
People knowing that somebody else had access to her account and was tweeting from her account?
Correct.
Like, I mean,
especially.
Look, if I'd have known that was happening, right? I mean,
him. That dude.
So that's the same guy.
That's the same guy.
Yeah, is that the account I had put in the back chat?
He put the account in the back chat, Pilly.
Oh, who did?
Yeah,
private chat. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I would have known that, I think that,
that's him
too.
Yeah, that's him. I'm blocked. But back in the day, he had dread. But you can't really see if he got dreadlocks.
So
whatever.
This dude was in the movement too.
Yeah, he was with TPZ. He was our homeboy for a while. He was our homeboy, and then one day Smarmy jumped on him, and I jumped on him too. And I was like, yo. He started blocking all my friends, and I was like, yo, why you blocking all my friends or some shit like that? And he was like, bro, they ain't your friends. And to be honest, he was right.
I think that, with all this being said, it kind of needs to be stated that this is one reason why it's so important that I feel like kind of the Restore the Snyderverse people was a different crowd from the release the Snyder Cut, because if you're going back and you're looking at all this shit and how it happened, I mean, look at what's all kind of shaken out from this, right? So there definitely did need to be some different people kind of injected into this, and I feel like that's one reason why it's a little bit different now. But my mind's just been getting blown this whole time sitting here listening to this.
But think about it. If we, like the other day, whose podcast did I get on where
Savage
Soggy Melons was talking about? It was with
Savage.
Soggy,
That was Dodd.
Soggy.
Soggy Miller or Saggy, so whatever her name was.
Soggy
Melons. Remember what I said to her? Remember, I was like, yo, stop fighting. Stop whatever you're doing, because that's what they want us to do, bro. If we always go back and forth fighting and like all that shit, we would never have a podcast like this. There would never be this. There would never be the truth, because we're always on some dumb shit. That's what they want us to do, bro. They want us to click up, be the Watchmen, and do this and do that and blah, 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 because they don't want us to come together and be Suicide Squad and talk that real shit. They don't want that shit to happen,
Straight up. I wanted to say something too, like when you're talking about how, and this is going back a little bit, but you're talking about how BLM was kind of created by China and influenced by China.
It was.
I thought it was very weird how during that time is when Ray Fisher came out and accused all the executives, right?
At the same time.
But listen though, how come nobody from who is social justice warrioring for the BLM movement, how come no one got behind Ray Fisher,
right?
Like they did behind. Everyone posted a goddamn black square, but had no fucking clue what that was about. And no one wanted to stand behind Ray Fisher. I was like, I know I'm white. I'm like, yo, how come you guys aren't fucking standing with Ray Fisher? And that's the easiest way to support BLM.
You are allowed to go against your fellow man, but you can't go against the elitists. You can't.
Exactly.
That's
BLM is taking their orders from corporations.
This is what the elitists did. I'm gonna put you up on game, and Peely's already been doing it. But I'm gonna just say this, right? They switched the game up. The game used to be this. It used to be we all come together, right, to take on quote unquote the man. The man was the suit, the dude in the suit, the chick in the suit who wants to put their thumb on you all the time, right? You know, and that could be from basic way of life or high up to politics, right? They switched the game, and the elitists said, you know what? Let's pretend and put on a masquerade as if we're one of them and a part of them. Let's give them everything they want on an aesthetic level, but never actually realistically. So now
they changed a bunch of street names and shit, but didn't
everybody
actually
on the street level is trying to be cool with the studios and the corporations and get their back, while damning and coming against their fellow neighbor. You dig what I'm saying?
You're right. Check this out. BLM was started by George Soros to destabilize America.
Yep.
So when Ray Fisher started trying to get us attached to that, I stopped them in the Watchmen. And I said, there's no way the Watchmen are going to ever tweet anything that BLM got say, because I already knew BLM was just destabilizing America, right? So if you want to take down America, there's you have to destabilize it first. And that's what they were doing. And they burned this shit down. So when Ray Fisher was doing that, Ray Fisher was just being, you know, I ain't saying nothing negative to Ray Fisher. Maybe he don't even know what he's doing, but that's establishment pawn. That BLM was started by George Soros. George Soros is just Lex Luthor and BVS. You know, it's simple. I'm not gonna let the Watchmen be involved with Lex Luthor shit, you know, simple. So I didn't. So I stood, but the same way I didn't let the Watchmen get involved with US United. But look at this, bro. The Watchmen are the movement. We are the heart blood of the movement. If we would have got involved with US United, everybody would have got involved with US United. But when I said no, we didn't. But check this out.
Let me interject, Pilly,
all right,
because you brought up on OG Talk how you were one of the main people that was saying like, hey, this is a Biden hashtag, right? And if you fast forward, like I pointed out recently, there was that article where literally they linked Restore the Snyderverse with Joe Biden.
Correct.
So you saying that all that time back, really, it ended up coming true. So
right, it did, because look, I didn't want nobody to ever say that. And you know, Rolling Stones might have said, you know, we were linked with Joe Biden, but we really wasn't. Only the fake ass Snyder people was linked with Joe Biden. The real heart, the movement, the Watchmen, we were never linked with that shit because I didn't let them. Ben W didn't let them. Brian Kuhn didn't let the Watchmen do that. You know, so think about this. If we would have jumped out the window and said US United, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ, remember all them people was putting all the look at my name on Twitter. It got American flags after that shit. Everybody, including Ronaldo in the account, had BLM hashtag, fucking US United hashtag, blah blah blah. Bro, these are political movements, bro. If we don't agree with political movements, there's no way I'm going to use my voice to help promote that shit. I don't care if Zack Snyder and Ray Fisher and fucking God came and told me that shit. I would still say no, bro. I don't agree with that shit. So we didn't. So Rolling Stones, they were kind of wrong on that because the movement didn't stand. They tried to link us with that because Salandria, y'all might know this dude named, I can't remember his name, John Salandria or something. He's in TPZ. He's a young kid, but his mom is big in the Democratic Party. But Salandria started getting on my case when I used to say I'm not going to vote for Biden or whatever like that. But who owns the Democratic Party in America, bro? China. It's simple, bro. It all goes back to China. So China approved message was for us to be Democratic so they can get Biden in and they can start stealing all of our IPs because Biden was going to let them. So if we wanted to control, because if America falls, the whole world falls. China is CCP, communists. They're ruled by authority, bro. So if America, the free men fall, the whole world gets ruled by authority and the only one country left. So pretty much we had a chance to stand in front of world authority, bro. And we didn't because too many people was trying to shit on me. They didn't want my message to get out, and it is what it is, you know. But
I want to ask you this though, Pele.
Yeah.
Why you think when all that drama was going on right before the Snyder Cut dropped, Sean O'Connor decided to come at you with that tweet?
More people trying to kill me, dog. More people trying to take me out this bitch, and that they needed a blue check to do it, and they needed This fool said something like, "Yo, if I'm trying to make money off the movement, at least I'm not making some joke about Zach and crack or something like that. Something." But bro, you are trying to make money off the movement. It's simple.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's simple. So then I was like, God damn, Sean. I thought I let you on my show, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
but this is coming from a man who said he didn't like Zack Snyder, and then came out with a book about the Snyder Cut movement.
They were trying to take me out, bro. Fucking
his Jack Crack came in the form of a book.
Yeah, Kojay told me days before that was gonna happen that it happened. It was gonna happen, and it did.
And he pulled the Lightcast move, where Lightcast started out his way up to Zach, where he started on channels that had like maybe one subscriber, and he just kept working his way up until he got the trust of the people, and then he could get that Zack Snyder interview that he always wanted. Lightcast did the same exact thing.
And you're right about that. Lightcast did. They manipulated everybody. You'll put back up Super Bro Corey's comment real quick.
Where? I didn't see.
That one right there. All right, for those watching, right, who may look at that and say, that's racist. It's not. We're not talking about the people. The people over there just are way more subjugated than you'll ever want to experience in your freaking life, man.
100%.
Everything they do is subjugated.
Right.
They're oppressed. They're subjugated. We don't hear about that shit because they control the fucking media. All right?
Yep.
And it's just about time people start talking about it. We're not talking about the people over there. We feel just as bad for them as we do for motherfuckers over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't about race. This is about the human race. This is about the human condition. Everything we're talking about has a tether towards anti-humanism, man. Period. And we're about that pro-human life. That means freedom. That means the right to do what you want. If you hey man, if you're into whatever you're into, sexually, religiously, whatever, just make sure you're not trying to make that a part of like the condition of everybody else. America is a country where everybody can do what they want to their own accord as long as it's not harming others. That's the whole point of America.
Yep.
The point of America isn't to have everybody do one thing.
Right.
But they know that already, and Pili already touched on it. They know we're not going to do one thing, and that's why everybody's arguing with each other about everybody's ideologies.
Right. Look at Superman, truth, justice, and the American way, right? If I can kill Superman and make him look like fucking Bizarro and cut his head off in the next movie and do this, we don't see the truth, justice, and American way. We see a laughing stock of the world. And that's what
they took that off.
Yep.
They took that
Superman
off.
don't say that no.
Yeah, no, they took it off because why you think? You know what I mean? Because the new world order, bro. It is what it is. If America falls, the world is gone. As simple as that. That's what it's been. That's the theme in all of Zack Snyder's movies. That's the theme in the original Suicide Squad. You know, all of them at the end, you know, they had Margot Robbie was daydreaming about Joker. All of them was daydreaming. All of them was in a mind fuck, right? This is what they want us to be. They want us to be in a mind fuck. They want us to be, you know, out of it. And at the same time, that girl Enchantress was taking over the U.S. military secrets. What is Joe Biden doing now? Dropping our IPs to other countries, brainwashing everybody, and destroying the stock market. What is happening now in our real lifetime? Everything that was going on in Suicide Squad is happening now in our real lifetime. So what happens? If Suicide Squad would have made $1 billion, David Ayer would have stayed over there. If China would have just played Suicide Squad, it would have made $1 billion. But they canceled it, made sure it didn't make $1 billion, got David Ayer out, and then brought over a Marvel guy who's not going to put any of these America First themes in it and have it looking stupid. And now there's Suicide Squad Part 2 with Polka Dot Man and some crazy James Gunn crap, you know? That's what's going on.
That's why I like Zack Snyder movies. The first Zack Snyder movie that caught my attention was 300. And 300, man, that's like really like the last of an alpha male movie, because now you got men playing second class to women in these movies now. I watched Thor: Love and Thunder in the movie theater. Bro, that was the weakest piece of crap movie I ever seen in my life. Bro, Thor should have been like Leonidas in the 300, but instead he all Betsy boyish and acting girly and stuff. I can't rock with
look
this.
at Suicide Squad. They were slapping.
I got something to say too, man.
All right. Remember in Suicide Squad when the girl came up to the boomerang guy? He was just like, "Don't kill it." So if you slap a girl now in a movie, they're gonna say that's some, some crazy shit. But David Ayer was doing that. They were showing was.
Oh no, that was Slipknot. I remember. Yeah, we got the car. I remember that. Yeah.
Even Will Smith said. Will Smith said, "I'll slap a bitch." You know, they can't. You can't
when
say
she
that.
Said, when she said Harley was like pussy, and he said, "Hey, listen, I'll slap." Yeah, I'll Chris Rock you. No, I'm just playing.
Go ahead, Necron.
Necron, you had.
Oh yeah, no. With Thor, I mean, if you look at Thor, he's a Norse character, right? And let's just say he's portrayed as a Norse, character, which is, can be stereotyped as a strong white male. And look what they've done to him. They made him into a joke to people.
Yep.
Right. Think about
it. Made the woman stronger.
Yeah.
And for those that want to get that twisted, there's no racial underlying here. They're doing that to every strong man.
No,
yeah,
no.
Look,
I'm about to blow your mind.
But it's easier to hate the strong white male first and foremost.
Yeah,
the way it's going right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Right.
Everything is hate.
But I'm not like trying to be off, fucking.
No, you're right.
You're right.
No, you on point.
No. I was backing you up, Necron. I'm backing you up.
Skywalker, what you gotta say?
Because this shit is across all races. Look. Have any of you guys seen Halloween Kills?
I watched that one.
The second Halloween movie?
The second one, no, I haven't seen it, no.
Look, I was liking this movie, right? Until, and I've never said this on stream. Somebody asked me once, and I kind of didn't go into detail, but this is the stream for that, right? Now, there's a black couple in this movie, all right? It's Halloween. There's this black doctor character, and the female is a nurse, right? Now, it turns out throughout this movie that in real life, she is the doctor and he's the nurse, right? So they make this man totally subservient to her, right? So much so that there's a scene where they're in the car and there's a gun in the car. And they're fighting over who's gonna get the gun. And she's like, yo, I know how to shoot better than you. You know what I'm saying? And he's all fumbling with the gun and can't shoot it and shit, right? And she picks it up and then she's all super, I'm like, come, yo.
Right. They do it. Think about
literally that. I was loving that movie until that shit happened. And I was like, yo, this is not yo, I'll be damned. You know what I'm saying? If my woman
ever met anyone in real life like that I've traveled the globe 3 times with the military, right? Literally the fucking world, right? Same with Sky. I'm pretty sure he's been to other countries, right?
Absolutely.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Never seen it anywhere else. But
anybody, right? Like if you've ever seen a shorty that can pick up a pistol and blast, I bet you her man can pull 10 of them bitches and do the same thing.
Right. No, think about this. Y'all, let's go deep. Think about Simpsons. Homer is a idiot, fat, out of shape idiot. Family Guy, the daddy is an idiot. There's a comment right here that say they're doing it because it's easier to fight a group of people who have no men leading them. That's a great comment. But look at this. Star Wars, Rey, and what's his name? Rey was the stronger. But look, her boyfriend. What's his?
Kylo.
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
Kylo Ren didn't have to die. You know what I mean? If she could save people, why they kill Kylo Ren? Because he's a strong male, bro.
The black man named Finn. They were originally it was supposed to be about him.
Yeah,
but it was so much backlash from China they made Rey the #1 hero, and it didn't make sense because she didn't have no training or nothing. At least with Finn, he was a stormtrooper, so he had training.
But look how stupid they made Finn. Look, a bunch of dumb jokes
stupid.
all day, right? Dumb jokes all day.
And chasing behind her. When at the end of the day, like, they were gonna hook up. You could totally tell. You saw it coming a mile away, and he was supposed to be a Jedi, and they flipped that whole shit.
They
got flipped to the back burner on that series.
Yeah, the back burner. But then they had he was kind of like arguing with somebody else who liked her in that movie, right? Wasn't it like 2 people who liked Rey or something?
Nah, it was
just Finn.
Yeah, it was just him. And then they tried to throw in that him and what's that dude name? They have a crush on each other or something like that. That was like the Disney fan movement. They were trying to ship Finn with the pilot dude, but they were just homies. Like, y'all ain't never seen 2 dudes that really were cool with each other, cared for each other, and they had no sexual desire. Like, y'all have never seen that before in your lives. Never.
No, but they gotta put that gay. They gotta put that gay stuff in there. They wouldn't have made no Chinese dude look like that.
They hugged each other like men do. Men do that.
No,
they wouldn't have made no Chinese dude.
Oh my God!
They never saw Lethal Weapon.
Like, okay, cool. That don't mean they want to smash. Like,
yo, they absolutely bamboozled John Boyega. Yo, that first movie really made it seem like he was about to be like one of them, and that
he was
that whole him and Rey dynamic, right? You know what I'm saying?
In real life, he was pissed about it.
And then
they watch the interviews.
Because that Rey Kylo thing wasn't a thing in episode 7. Like, nobody really thought that they were going to end up together until the second movie, which is when they also made that switch with Finn, right? So, yeah.
Bro, he killed his own daddy, and then towards the 3rd movie, they falling in love. That's stupid.
Right?
Bro, you go hook up with somebody that killed their daddy? Bro, that's some cold stuff right there.
That dude is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, they fucked that whole trilogy up. But yeah, it's just like the signaling of trying to destabilize America. Like, if there's no strong male figure, then it's easier to get in. Listen, I went on vacation and left my lady here by herself at home.
Bro,
I made sure that my car was in the driveway, so there would be no one thinking, oh, this lady's home alone. Like,
do that all the time.
There's a reason why the strong male exists in a relationship, in a family, because they need to be the protector of the people within the family. And if there's no protector there,
facts,
they can get in and they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Straight up. I don't care how much martial arts your lady know. If somebody grab your chick booty and he's 6'7", what her black belt ass gonna do against a 6'7" nigga?
Nothing. She's gonna look at you. She's gonna look at you.
Right,
she gonna Leon, handle this. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to handle my business.
And that's gonna be a natural reaction.
Right.
Straight up.
That's what they
when
said
in 300.
Squeezed,
she gonna look right at you. She ain't gonna start throwing hands.
Right. Remember he said on 300 they would fight to protect their women. That's just really what it is. But Zack Snyder caught hell for making a movie like that. But it was really Zack Snyder never bowed to China, and that was simply what it was, bro. And it's been that way for years. And then, maybe recently, maybe he did bow to get his movie out. But I think now Zaslav ain't gonna bow to them boys. I don't think so. But it looked like Zaslav is a tough male character.
Yeah, but Zaslav is a racist too, right?
Command and control.
Right. And now that he's got the power, now that he's in power and he's making moves that we agree with, right? That we're like, oh, applaud you, Zaslav. Now the people who are against America, against the new regime, and they're for China and for the old regime, now they got a huge agenda against Zaslav. No one thinks that's fucking weird. And when did it start? It started
when y'all were going to touch on that, because I had a question for Peely about that. I don't know if he has any inside information on.
Bro, like, I didn't even think like that.
He seems like a very old school, like, just a rich white dude who wants to watch some dope ass movies. He don't seem and I could be fucking
like,
wrong.
yo, these movies ain't going out unless they dope. You know what I'm saying?
Like he don't seem like he's with that. Like, oh, we gotta have
checking the marks and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
checking. I ain't even gonna name them because they might get me canceled just for naming them. But that's how bad shit got. You feel me? But
it was always.
You know what I'm saying?
Warner Brothers used to be dope, man. Remember Matrix came out, or Man of Steel, all that. Warner Brothers was dope. Warner Brothers was anti that shit. But then the new regime came in, and now you see Matrix, and then people got blue hair and doing all this weirdo shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Capile, look at this, man. It ain't no way, no how that Marvel should be more doper than DC, because let's keep it real. The Avengers are not doper than the Justice League members, bro.
Right.
Everybody on the Justice League roster is better than the Iron Man, bro. Iron Man, bro. Before Robert Downey Jr. ever came in the scene, nobody cared about Tony Stark.
Right. All we knew about Tony Stark is Ghostface Killer. All we knew about Tony Stark was Ghostface.
Yeah,
that's it. Because look, Marvel got elevated.
Bro, you name the top.
Marvel got elevated to the top by China because Disney bought them, and Disney was gonna placate to that, like you said, check mark down the list. Warner Brothers wasn't doing that, especially Zack wasn't doing that, so they got Zack out. Simple. And
bro, the number one female hero of all time, Wonder Woman. The number 1, 2 superheroes of all time is Superman and Batman. And then you can maybe put Spider-Man in after that list.
Right. And Wonder Woman could probably beat all the Avengers by herself. You know what I mean?
By herself.
Facts.
Yeah. Tilly, what's a good way to destabilize Hollywood too and take over by ruining Warner Brothers, the most prestigious fucking company in Hollywood?
You're exactly right.
Why would they make all these moves? We're sitting here like, yo, why are they doing this? Why are they trying to fucking social justice warrior and virtue signal all over the place? It's for a reason.
Dude, you're not getting lethal weapon anymore, or Predator original. Now you got chicks fighting the Predator. I mean, it's cool, but I want to see Arnold and shit fight Predators and guys like that, man. Fuck.
Look, I feel this shit, right? Because look, this has always gone back to something that I've said this whole time, right? Before fucking YouTube, when I was just in like private conversations. I've always felt like this shit was done on purpose. I was like, yo, there's no way that you could be Warner Brothers and be in the position that you were in with the people that you had lined up and the people that you was signing and all these powerhouse names and all this shit. Like, it was lining up perfectly, right? Like, especially after The Rock signed on. There was this bidding war on who was going to sign The Rock. Was it going to be Marvel? Was it going to be DC, right? Because everybody knew he was about to sign for somewhere. His ass signed on, back in like 2016, 2017, something, right? Like, they had all these powerhouse filmmakers and Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan over there, and they was bringing in James Wan and, you know what I'm saying? Like all these people.
David Ayer.
You got Will Smith, right? Lawrence
Leto,
right? Jared Leto, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Costner, Russell Crowe. Like it's just like it's going, and it's like, yo, this was the biggest fumble in Hollywood history.
It was.
And the only way that this happens with this much fucking momentum is it has to be an inside job.
China, bro.
It had to be.
China. Remember Donald Trump's face when they said, yo, where did the virus really come from? And Donald Trump was like, China. That is the answer to all of our questions right now, bro.
China.
Y'all listen to what Skywalker was saying. When you look at the Justice League, bro, Zack took no-name people, put them in the Justice League, and surrounded them by A-list stars. Look at Man of Steel, bro. Henry Cavill was nobody, and he put him in a movie with Kevin Costner, Diane, whatever her name is. All these
Diane Lane.
Right.
Diane Lane, bro. These are top
Harry
tier
Lennox.
Right.
Henry Lennox. Top tier A-list.
He surrounded him with thespians. Actors. Straight up. Yeah, he did. Straight up.
Yeah,
and he surrounded them with iconography that was peak, man. Like, when you look at that shit, you're like, damn, I'm looking at mythology. I'm looking at not only DC ripped from the pages, but I'm looking at, like, you know, when the Greeks, the Romans, and the Africans used to sit around fires and discuss myths. That's what the fuck we was watching on screen, man.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah,
bro. I'm like y'all. It was always a hit piece against Zack Snyder. I want to say it started a little bit with Man of Steel, but it really was a hit piece with BVS. I mean, I didn't understand. I'm looking at the critics and reviews, and people talk about this is the worst movie ever. What the freak is you talking about?
It's because of what Peely was saying, man. Because Man of Steel didn't really hit on that like anti-China shit. BVS started to touch on that.
Yeah,
so they were like, "Oh hell no!"
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go look at Necron showing all those dope ass movies.
Yeah, I'm showing you what real movies are, man.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, warrior. I got mine too.
Yep.
Go
look at BVS Batman's warehouse scene. All the people in there was Asian that he beat up. You know what I mean?
Beating the hell out of
him. He beat the hell out. China probably saw that, and China was like, "No, fuck that."
Hell no.
Rotten Tomato. Fuck that.
Cyborg could make Iron Man his puppet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, bro, hey, yo, fucking Tony Stark, like, oh yeah, I got an AI. Fucking Cyborg is like, bitch, I am the AI.
I am the
AI. but look, even fucking touching on that, man, even Zach be just putting layers in his fucking movies, man, because we was talking about fucking Cyborg earlier, right? And I wanted to kind of bring this up because I didn't want this to get understated, right? Zach even snuck some like race stuff in there too as well, at least that I caught, right? In that scene where right after, you know what I'm saying? Right after Cyborg helps that mom, right? And he's walking away and he passes those two people and they look at him like he's crazy, right? And he has to kind of like put his hood on, right?
What?
In that moment, right? Because there's another scene where Cyborg says, like, you know, because Wonder Woman says, yo, everybody get dressed. Cyborg says, I'm always dressed. Like, yo, I can't take this shit off. Right? And it was that same thing, like, after he helped that family, like, yo, yeah, you can do all that shit. You're still a nigga at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Bro, I never thought about that.
I didn't want to cut you off either. Those two people on the to add another layer to that, those two people on the street are both white, dude.
Right. Let's add another layer. Let's add another layer. Hold up. Check this out.
Let's go, bro.
Check this out. Cyborg and his daddy was having issues. Zach made him and his daddy get back together. You know what? Most black guys in this world in America right now, we got issues with our dad. You know.
What he dropped a song about just fucking stating that called Father Time, where he just talked about that same shit about black men not getting along with their father.
Right,
dude, he could have done so many things.
Right.
Yeah, for real. How funny
about that though, bro? That's cold, bro. When he said, I can't take this off.
He said, I'm always
ready.
Bro, but black people say that, I can't take this off.
Right, I can't take this black shit off, bro.
Yeah, that hits real deep. That hits real deep. And Zack Snyder is the one talking about it. You know what though? I'm pretty sure they took that scene out of Justice League.
Like, none of that shit was in it. None of it. Nothing he named was in it.
You know
dude, that's why Cyborg's whole shit was taken out. Let's just keep it a buck. Cyborg was like damn near the strongest fucking member of the entire Justice League, right?
Yeah,
damn,
he's the heart.
You know, look, when you got one nuclear bomb fucked up Superman, Cyborg, yo, the world arsenal at his fingertips, he can take the whole shit out.
Right.
Yeah, that's what his pops was saying. He was like, yo, bro, we all at your mercy, bro.
But
real talk.
Look at this. In our real life, we are all at the mercy of artificial intelligence because they now are tapped into everything. All of our appliances are digital. All of our weapons are digital. All of our weapon systems are digital.
Pele, you got my mind gearing again. Okay, remember the Asian chick that was Lex Luthor's assistant in BVS?
Mm-hmm. Got blown up.
Wasn't she doing some computer type stuff too with data? Wasn't she doing that type of stuff?
She probably was, but remember, she got blown up in Congress. That's the biggest message.
That's right.
He told her to go in there and sit down.
Right. The corporations ain't gonna fuck with China after a minute because
Yeah,
Think
and
about
what did Soup say? What did Soup say then too? He's like, it was right there. I just didn't see it.
Right.
Wow.
Like all this shit, bro. Like
right.
all this shit. The bomb was right there the whole time. He just didn't look. If you look, it's right fucking there. We're telling y'all.
Right.
So do y'all think that's why Warner hates Zack so much? Because he put so much of these hidden messages in his movies.
Dude,
Warner don't hate him. Warner just mad
Problematic.
because Zack Snyder probably make it harder for China to give money.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
makes it harder for Warner Brothers to sell their toys and their dolls
Right.
overseas and their
Exactly.
movies and shit overseas. They didn't really give a fuck about shit like that.
Right. Zack Snyder.
So
just
they
make
want to
it
say
harder.
it's too dark.
Right. Right.
Right?
Exactly. Oh, we can't sell toys. Where are those toys made? China.
Right. How you can sell some shit that's already over there.
Right. We can't
Right.
sell merchandise. Where's that merchandise made? China.
I was just at a comic book store too, and let me tell you, there's no Zack Snyder's Justice League shit available. I asked about it. Guess what? All sold out. All sold out. Every time something comes in, gone. Want to know what? There was a shit ton of there. The DC multiverse toys, the bullshit Batman toys, all that shit was fucking. Dude, there's so much of that shit. It's on the floors. They had no space for it. It was around the fucking I'm like, yo, this is disgusting. What's going on here?
Nobody want that shit. And China's still sending it.
As I was looking at it, some guy walked by who worked there. He's like, yo, what's up, man? You looking for something? I'm like, yo, you got any Zack Snyder's Justice League? He just looked at me and laughed. He's like, bro, that shit don't stay in store. That's gone as soon as it gets here. I'm like, well, what the fuck are we doing? You want to sell toys? Let's back the fucking guy who's actually selling shit.
Because they're trying to sell a message, not a toy.
Right. They want that political bullshit. And like,
now you know
he'll
why
just
the
put
old
it
agenda
in
hated
the
him
movie
so
as a
much.
story. He's not going to use it to fucking send a message that he wants to be sent. He's just like, hey, I'm going to show you what's actually happening. This is reality. Yeah, it might be in a comic book movie, but I'm going to show you that it's actually happening. And if this happened in real life, this is what would happen in real life.
In real life, right.
Yeah. And people don't want to be confronted with that truth. That's why they're so against it. They're like, no. It can't be that way. It's not that way. My life isn't like that. My life isn't like that. It's like, bro, it is, but you're not seeing it. That's why Superman came out of the blown up Congress and said that. He's like, it was right there the whole time. I just didn't look.
IP
like, bro,
movie.
We're showing it to you.
Austin is on point, bro. Look at Corey's comment. China. I wish I had Trump's face right now.
China.
Man, look, yo, I want y'all to put any like last questions and comments because I'm gonna be wrapping it up within like the next.
Bro,
like,
this was the
30 minutes.
fastest 2 hours known to man, bro.
So, like,
I gotta go in a minute, so we could. I mean, I'll probably be leaving in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be leaving too.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for coming
No,
through.
but look, man, this has been very eye-opening, and this needed to happen, right? Like that's why I was so adamant about getting you two on here so quickly, because I felt like this conversation was very timely, and I think that these kind of things need to be discussed because if these types of things have happened in our fandom and are happening, we need to be aware of these things, right? So that we can know how to navigate in the future so that we can, properly get to where we need to go and fight the real battles that we need to be fighting. If there is an invisible enemy there, I would like to kind of shift our energy towards, kind of highlighting that rather than, us kind of just staying with these like, kind of like infighting tactics that have been going on in the past.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, man. This gonna be my last thing. I was really appreciative of Pele when he went into that Zod stream and told everybody just to stop fighting, because I'm gonna say this, and I hate to bring his name up, but he's also the perfect example. Matt Jarbo. Matt Jarbo is nothing but a distractor, and at the same time, he's an infiltrator where he'll go into a fandom, get buddy with people, and then all of a sudden flip it and start being negative, and that's how he make his money on YouTube. That's how he get views. Yep. It's kind of like what Pele say. He understand the YouTube algorithm where drama. So that's what he does. Now the next fandom that pops off, he's gonna do the same thing. He's going to befriend. What's the word? Befriend.
Be friends.
Be friends. Man, sometimes I get a little tongue tied.
Me too.
But that's
bro.
what he's gonna get with them, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see him turn. That's what he does. But instead of engaging with somebody like that and giving them your attention, like Pele said, you go at the real people that's trying to bring you down, trying to bring down your existence, instead of going against these little Rudy Poo trolls on YouTube.
Rudy Poo candy. No. Hey, excuse my squeaky ass dryer in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit. I apologize. But I wanted to add something else into what you were saying, Fatal. I don't know if Peely agrees with this, but like I ain't gonna name the fucking government acronym organization, but that's some government acronym organization tactic. The shit that Garbo be on, bro. I know it sounds funny, but the shit he does, because like they're fucking geeks at the end of the day, these people, man. Not all of them look like jacked, clean cut, you know, handsome looking firearm.
They don't all look like me, you know.
They're not geeks, bro. They're not geeks. They're fucking dorks, bro.
Yeah, they
dorks.
dorky ass beta motherfuckers, man. They got pop bellies and they sit around sitting with their man boobs and shit. And they create a bunch of accounts and they go to different organizations and groups and they attack from within.
Alphabet boys.
Yeah, man, and various organizations. One that starts with a C. You feel me? Like that's their move. So as you're talking about him, I'm like, that dude could be that for all we know. The motherfucker said he lives in the woods. You know what I mean? Like that's man, come on.
They
like,
probably are. And I'm gonna say probably, but I think Lex is probably that too. That dude that went at me on Twitter the other day.
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
sure
real shit. Yeah. I believe some of these accounts are, man. Like at the end of the day, you know, they've gotten data that shows that you know, there was at least a bunch of bots in the movement. Not more than the movement itself. The movement itself is a shit ton of real people and real individuals. But there's also a shit ton of bots. You know, it's
bots in all movement. Because Elon Musk even said, he said, man, I don't think I really want to be a part of Twitter because it's so much bots.
We just talked about why there are bots, and that's my point. There's bots all over this motherfucker, and all they're doing is curating data and information and manipulating how people think and where they move and what they click on.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
When
like,
you get on Netflix and you watch all the movies you like, you know what Netflix start doing? They'll start sending you emails saying, well, we checked the data, and this movie right here is the exact movie that you would like. And 9 times out of 10, what you gonna do? You gonna click on that movie because they know you. They know what you like.
And all the stuff you even look for on there too. It'll tell you your percentage match for like the stuff that you like. How fucking weird is that, man?
But and that's artificial intelligence doing
right. We give it up because we're like, oh, they're curating a better experience for us. But we give up too many freedoms that we have, and they use it against us. If you don't think that, you know, maybe a corporation will use your info for good. However, what do corporations most likely always do? They fucking use that shit
to try to
get
make
the
more
most
money.
money out of you.
It's all about money,
Right. It's all about money. They're just trying to get as much money as I'm watching an old show right now, and they marched this kid who had lashes all around his back, all around the countryside to get money raised up for a revolution. They used that kid as like propaganda.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit started at a very hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It's
thousands of years ago.
Right. And they're trying to do it on this little minutia and we're not going to see it. But this is what this whole stream was about. We see it. We see it.
Fisher told us.
Right.
And Jason Momoa told us.
Right.
They made these fake articles to throw us off.
Right. Yeah, it's hit piece after hit piece. It's just this. It's like here's this big shiny billboard. Don't look at the other side of the street where it's all abandoned houses. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. Yeah. You know, they want us to worry about countries overseas and shit, but we're not worrying about the homeless that's in the cities here. Like there's everyone everywhere, so they're distracted, so we're confused, so we don't know what to support.
100%.
Exactly. I was gonna add this too. I forgot to add it. You said something way earlier, Peely, but I ain't want to interrupt. But when they were talking about firing the old regime, I think me and you kind of DM'd each other a little bit about this, Peely, about the Sarnoff family. That family was a part of that acronym organization. I ain't gonna name.
Yes, definitely.
That helped to start the first whole like programming shit when television and media first started getting created.
100%.
Big studio families like Fox, Warner Brothers, Paramount, all that shit from back in the day.
100%.
That acronym, they gathered all the motherfuckers in a room and had meetings, and one of those families was the Sarnoff family, and she got married into it. So, you know, that tells you right there, she was a part of like whatever was going on with the old Warner Brothers regime. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And look at all the movies she supported, but she the one supporting the Snyderverse.
Yep.
Snyder Cut.
And look at Nerd Queen sending her flowers the first day she got involved. You know?
And had everybody else sending letters and flowers too.
Yep.
And then the first thing she did was she wiped her ass with them flowers and them letters.
Yep, that dog. I just appreciate all of y'all for understanding this shit, bro, because you know y'all are who I consider watchmen. This is what watchmen do. You know, watchmen is this. What we had this conversation we had today. This is all watchmen is. It's not like we're not just about putting up little fucking smiley faces on Twitter and, you know, telling everybody to put a smiley face up. We way more than that. We're watching the country, bro. We're from anything, from fucking any type of media that's gonna propagandize the citizens and do all this other shit. But first, you have to know about it. You have to know that this shit is going on. This shit can't sound like conspiracy theory, or it can't sound like, oh man, Peely's crazy for saying that. And then like years later, they'd be like, oh man, Peely, you were right. But no, it's so obvious. The New World Order is in every agenda or every circuit of our life. You know, you can, you know, replace Zack Snyder with Dave Chappelle, with Joe Rogan, with, you know, whoever else get canceled. The only time they get canceled is when they speak like an American speak, or when they act like an American act. Then they're going to get canceled. But if they act like Trevor Noah and talk like a British dude or anything, they won't get canceled. They'll get elevated to the top. So if we're doing in this Snyder Cut movement crap, we're the leaders of like media on the internet. We're the biggest movement out. We have to know how these people play with us. And it's not that they're playing with Zack. They're playing with us. They're playing with the country. Zack Snyder just happened to be involved in that shit. We just happen to be involved in that shit. If we want to stand in front of this shit, we can change the world because we're that big. But you have to know what's going on. And when I'm talking to y'all today, all of y'all knew what the fuck was going on. And it was that simple. So I consider all of y'all watchmen, but don't ever change, bro. Don't ever sell out, and don't ever let that fight go, because it's coming for you, it's coming for your kids, it's coming for your family. And until America's a third world country, they're not gonna stop. So we can't stop either. Simple as that.
It goes along with Snyder's quote too that he had. You know, I don't remember, I can't recite it, but it comes from the Marines.
Oh, if I advance, follow me.
Yeah.
If I retreat, kill me. And if I die, avenge me.
Correct.
100%. Like that's all about what this is. And you're going to say that too. It's like there is way more of us than there are them.
Right.
We have to be united though. And like that's one of the things though. We gotta be careful about what you support. And if you don't want to get involved at all, that's kind of the problem. That's kind of the issue here. If you're going to take anything from all these movements over the past couple of years, is you have to get involved in some sort of way to better the community, the bigger whole. That's why I'm involved now.
Like, I just used to been this whole time.
Right. And then they want to call
back, and to bridge the damn gap between the OGs and new people creating content, yo. Facts, man. Like that's what this shit is about, yo. We need bodies. We need able bodies.
I think we should do. I think all of y'all should go within the next few days or weeks, or however long it take y'all to get y'all squeeze out of y'all's avatar. But I think eventually we should put a Watchman button back on our fucking Twitter page and show the world. Bro. We need to show the world what really time it is. Like you said, there's way more of us than them, and how we could show that is with a yellow smiley face on our picture.
Because this why I didn't understand, Austin. I want you to finish what you were talking about too, but I didn't understand this with Us United. That group was talking about Us United. but you didn't get with the so-called people you was beefing with.
Right.
Yeah,
So what did us united really mean?
Right.
just us united.
Right.
Yeah, none of y'all united. Just
Yeah,
us.
just us.
Just
Just
us.
us. It wasn't justice. It was just
they-
us.
Just us.
It worked.
And
It could have stood
that's
for
why.
under Satan. For all we know, I don't know. Who knows?
But that's
Oh no,
that's why y'all couldn't get behind that, because during that whole time, I used to rock with ping pong flicks. Then ping pong flicks talking about I'm never gonna do Warner content again. Then the next day he started doing Warner content again, and I'm unfollowed. He unfollowed me.
Right.
So
Look at what Corey just said. Bring back the Watchmen logos, y'all boys.
Hey man, we could do that. I'll do that. No problem. Fuck yeah.
I'll do it. I don't care.
Fuck yeah. That's,
bro,
we
even
gotta start
better, we
standing
need
together.
to get some. We need to get some what they call them, enamel pins, and get some too, bro.
Yeah,
while we stream.
Bro, I'll
Yo,
start leaving those
that
everywhere.
crack is that. That's what we need to do. We need to
We're
really
running
Zach
out of
crack.
time.
I need one. I need a Zach crack. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you.
We're
Facts.
running out of time, and I wanted to get into my central bank
All right.
stuff, but we're gonna have not enough time to do that.
Hey,
The
look,
central bank rabbit
What up,
hole. And
Vega?
how we go to war with countries that aren't part of the central.
Oh, you said
bank
the central
for
banking system?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
damn.
who's
That's
in
what's
charge
up.
of all that? And well, I don't want man, shit.
Man, just say it real
Necron,
fast, 'cause that sound like some.
go ahead, bro.
This is a dope ass panel, boy.
Necron.
That's
Go
what's
ahead,
up,
bro.
man.
Talk your shit, bro.
Well, like the central bank, it controls everything, but we don't even know much about it.
Right.
What is it? It makes all these decisions for our economy. But who's behind it? Who's running it?
Klaus
And why?
Schwab.
Yeah, and who runs them? And who runs them? And where's all
Right,
the money go
correct.
back to all this stuff? And why is it the last wars we gone with America, the countries that we attacked? Guess what? What banking system they weren't part of?
You're right.
Venezuela,
Right.
Libya,
Right.
Afghanistan. They weren't part of the central bank system.
Gaddafi got a knife stabbed up his ass because he wasn't.
Yeah.
You're
Bro,
right.
And
your background scares the freak out of me.
That's where
Oh,
the
yeah.
Gaddafi comes from, bro. People at my old work used to Gaddafi me and come up from behind me and do that shit.
Yeah, they stabbed his knife
Gaddafi
in
made
his
the
ass.
mistake of giving up his nukes. And
Yep.
when they came
Bro,
and took over his country.
Bro, it's
Hillary.
even deeper than that with Gaddafi. Gaddafi was going to start his own dollar. It was backed by diamonds and gold. And America got a whiff of that because they knew if he dropped that African dollar, it was going to destroy the American dollar. And they said, we have to kill him now.
But think
And-
about
and-
it. Even
And
deep-
claimed that his
Oh.
people was the one that killed him.
Speaking of backing by gold and diamonds, John F. Kennedy wanted to make sure the dollar was backed.
Yes, he
By-
did.
And guess what happened to him?
Yep.
They killed him because he wanted to back it by gold. Our dollar
Yep.
is backed by nothing.
And Zack
It-
Snyder has a John F. Kennedy reference in almost all of the movies,
Wow.
especially the Watchmen. Watchmen.
Especially in
Yeah.
Watchmen.
Yeah.
Y'all see how we put it in the dots.
Yeah, that's why
together
he's
and-
attracted to that source material, Watchmen, man, because it's
Right.
too close to that, getting that message out. The
Right.
Watchmen book series, even though the guy who wrote it is kind of NWO-ish himself, but Zach took it and flipped it.
Yeah, it definitely was flipped, but it's just
Oh,
the
yeah.
arts.
Leon, I ain't trying to
He's
be
super,
mean, but
what's
that
up?
happened to me. Your jar is to go out, bro. It's to go out. If it's making this,
Oh, I'm already knowing, dog.
Go to Home
I'm already
Depot,
knowing.
bro.
bro, I was the type of dude. I used to work on my dryer and try to fix it. It's supposed to go out, bro. I'm telling
Yo,
you.
you're gonna lose
stubborn like
you're gonna
that.
lose a
That's what I
belt,
be doing.
homie.
I'm stubborn like that. That's what I do.
Yo,
I do that. I just work on that.
look,
Yo.
I want to say this, man. Like, to be able to kind of connect all these dots, like Fatal just said, it's been truly special, right? And I appreciate you guys coming on my platform to do this, and for rocking out with the Cool Table, right? That's why I wanted y'all over here. I was like, yo, if y'all pull up to the Cool Table, this shit gonna be dope, because I already had the layout. I'm like, I'm gonna put them right in the middle.
Yeah, cause me and Pele been talking about this for a while, man.
Yeah, we was, bro. We was,
Yeah.
bro. Definitely.
Yeah, so
Bro, we've
and I
been
would
cooking
see
this
my boy
up.
Pele, I would see my boy Pele on these streams, and I like my boy is holding back. He ain't giving us what we really need.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know why. I know why, bro. Because you didn't want to hurt people's feelings. You know what I mean?
I didn't want to hurt nobody, man. It was all. I mean, it's people. They kind of, you know, some of these people in this movement don't have that, you know, mental capability that we got, and they'll be hurt by shit like this. You know?
Yeah.
They'll be hurt if we say something about like Fiona or Ronaldo, and I didn't want to hurt nobody. But at the same time, bro, our message is bigger than these single people, bro. You know, these messages way bigger than that, bro. So once them boys started coming at me on Twitter, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me just drop this nuke real quick and tell the fucking truth, you know? And we could do a part 2, part 3, or whatever. But I think we hit it. You know, I think we hit it. We hit it real good. And like I say, me and Fatal J, we've been talking about this because they didn't want Fatal J in the Watchmen chat because they say he would, you know, instigate me or some shit like that. And then I was like, no, bro. I mean, but when you look at Fatal J, he might got a funny laugh. He's always smiling. You know, his accent is hilarious. But dude is smart as fuck, bro. Dude is smart as fuck. You know, they don't want no 2 black smart dudes getting together, dog.
Yeah,
that's what it
watch
is.
out. Yeah.
You know,
fucking hey, yo. That's like everyone looks at Gronk the same way. Like people think Gronk is some big dumb idiot. He's fucking smart as shit.
Right.
Just like Fatal is. And also, let me say this, Fatal, if you ever pop in a chat and you're not in all caps, I'm gonna know you're a bot, bro. I'm gonna know you're a bot. Always in all caps whenever I see you.
That's how I make people know it's me doing all caps, bro. And another thing too is I learned it from my dad. My dad, he played dumb, but my dad is a genius. And I like to do that. I like to play dumb so people can give me the real info. You know what I'm saying?
They like, underestimate you.
What is you?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, Fatal been kicking it. He was saying in the Watchmen chat, and then they would just jump on his ass like quick.
Bro, they would get so mad at me, and they would try to hurry up and change the subject.
Right, change the subject. Yep.
But Pele, that day when you left the Watchmen for a long time, and then you came back. And man, you was like, this is cult behavior. This is cult stuff.
Yeah.
It was like 50 people in that room.
Yep.
A lot of famous names in there. And everybody just started leaving. Back to back, back to back, back to back, back.
Yep.
We was like, what is going on?
We spoke the truth, bro. And they knew it was too close to home. They was like, oh shit, they talk about cult. So let's get the fuck out of here. Because it was the truth, bro. Like, come on, bro. Dog, we're grown, man. We can talk about other stuff other than Zack Snyder. You know, there's other
That's another thing, man.
Conversation that we can talk about.
That worship.
We don't have to worship Zack Snyder 24/7, 365 since 2016 to 2026. That is
your life should involve a little more than Zack Snyder. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And if
we have to be able to have these conversations, bro. Like,
if you want to do that, you sound like you're in a cult to me, bro. You know, that 24/7, 365 shit, that's a little cultish, bro. You know?
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. But yo, I think that this has been wonderful. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that we was able to connect all of these dots. Like I said earlier, I want to thank the entire panel for rocking out, you know what I'm saying, for this long. Thanks for y'all coming on here. And salute to the chat, who was pretty much on point the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the best chats that I've never had. So shouts out to the
like button. Hit that like button.
Hit that like.
Yeah.
Spread this video around, man.
Too,
share this shit.
Absolutely. And yo, if it calls for it, you know, we might have to do a part 2. You know what I'm saying? But
no, we will, because they're about to come at you, dog. They coming at your ass now. They plotting right now.
Part 2 of the aftermath, bro.
Hey, I hope not, but I know that going off past experience.
Oh, they watching, bro. They watching.
You know what I'm saying? I think that this is probably gonna end up happening. So, you know, look, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This has been the Cool Table number 3. And yo, we gonna get up with y'all next time, yo. Shout out to y'all boys.
Peace.
Watch.
Peace.